Welcome to a presentation of Logan High School Sports on KVNU 102.1 FM, 610 AM, and CashValleyDaily.com. Brought to you by Advanced Heating and AC, Cache Valley Auto Care, Les Olson IT, Lana Powell State Farm, Old Grist Mill, Adams Wealth Advisors, DD Auto Salvage, Preston Watts Auto Collision, Planet Fitness, Napa Auto Parts, Young Automotive, Logan Coaches and Boosters, and Cache Valley Daily. Now, it's time for the Logan Grizzlies on KVNU.
Hello everyone and welcome to Logan High School, home of the Grizzlies and the venue for tonight's matchup between the Logan Grizzlies and the Cedar Reds here in 3A Utah High School football. My name is Jason Walker. I am joined here by Josh Anderson. We got Joe Eliason on the camera, and we're bringing you this matchup. We're about 8.5 minutes from kickoff here on Crimson Field. And Josh, it's been a couple of weeks. We weren't on the broadcast last week, but the Grizzlies were in action. They were over at Mountain Crest High School and ended up suffering a 49-14 defeat, their second loss in a row. They're looking to bounce back today.
Yeah, that's what you're hoping for. We're now with some of the teams that are in our own classification, and it just shows the strength of some of those bigger schools. With the last 2 weeks with, Mountain Crest just handling it, and a lot of those 14 points came at the end of the game. Maybe some of the seconds were playing or not, but this is one of those tests now. You're in 3A classification. Cedar comes in undefeated, but, I think Logan has played up, and they've got a lot of film, and anytime you get some good film, and you can always correct some mistakes. And so that's what I'm excited to do, see what Coach Butts has done with all that film, and excited to see the progress.
Yeah, so looking at Logan's opponent for today, the Cedar Reds, while the Grizzlies are 1-2, the Reds are 3-0. They have a victory in their season opener against Bear River, a familiar foe, and a familiar school to certainly you, Josh. Then they have a 50-34 win over Pineview and a 16-13 win over Dixie, a lot closer in their most recent game. So undefeated. This is their first real road trip because they were at home in their first two games, and then they were at Dixie, which isn't too far away from them in Cedar City. So they're coming all the way up from Cedar City here to Logan, Utah for their first true road test against a Grizzlies team. These two teams met last year, and then Cedar, they played down at Cedar, and the Reds came away with a 33-3 victory there. It wasn't particularly close. The Grizzlies just, they struggle to move the ball. If you score 3 points, you struggle. Reed Olson accounted for a massive chunk of the offense overall. He's up, so you're not having him out there today, so they got to find a replacement. He accounted for 11 of the 16 pass completions, 131 of 185 of Easton Favero's yards on that night. Did get some rushing yards from Mason Birch and Caden Avila, who will both be here tonight as returners for the Grizzlies from last year's team. Birch had 26 yards on the ground. Avila had 48. Some returning faces from that game for Cedar. Their quarterback, number 41 on their roster, Everett Kelling, he was their backup in that game, but he completed 2 passes for 12 yards.
You got to love those 40-number quarterbacks, right?
It's going to be a lot of fun. Hopefully that's the correct number, because what it says on the roster. So we'll see if that holds out when we see him walk out on the field. But, yeah, they've also got their running back, number 35, Braxton DeMille. He's a junior, running back and linebacker. He had 65 yards in that game, though he's been pretty consistently good for this Cedar team. He's got 346 rush yards and 6 touchdowns on the season. Big contributor for them. Also, Slade Parsons, 330 receiving yards and 5 receiving touchdowns. So a lot of high scorers on this team. I mean, when you have 2 50-burgers in the first couple of games, you've got some guys that put up some points.
Yeah, and it sounds like they're a pretty balanced team where you're seeing 100-yard rusher, 100-yard receiver. And so this is a big challenge. Now, I do believe that this Logan team is different than last year's Logan team. I think we're a little the passing game is a lot better. Now, I actually think the rushing game is a little light, but I still think, you know, Favero's a year older, and so that's where I'm excited to see just the growth of what Logan can show in this game.
Yeah, the Grizzlies, they're obviously going to look for Caden Nean, 249 receiving yards on the season. Only 26 yards last time out against Mountain Crest, but he did have 2 touchdowns, and he has 5 receiving touchdowns on the season. So he's the guy that they're going to look for. They're going to look for him deep. They're going to look for him short. They're going to look for him wherever they can find him on the field, along with some other playmakers. Graydon Olson, who's not been as involved in the past game, but he did also suffer an injury in that Granger game. Did play last week against Mountain Crest. So they'll look to get some more contributions from him on both sides of the ball, with him healthier in this one. And then, of course, Easton Favero playing overall better this season. But yeah, we'll look to see big games from them. About 4 minutes from kickoff, and I forgot to pay attention while they were doing the coin toss to see who is getting the ball first. So unfortunately, neither of us were. I was watching them walk out to the center circle, and then I started looking down at my notes, doing a bit of pregame here. But
John, we'll know soon enough.
Yeah, we'll know soon enough when they start sending their teams out there for the kickoffs. As I said, we're only about 3.5 minutes away from that. Josh, what would your biggest keys to this game be, would you say, for the Grizzlies?
Turnovers. I know that
forcing or keeping away from them?
Yeah, I mean, Logan's got to hold the ball. Favero hasn't thrown many interceptions this year. And I think the one that he threw here at home during Granger, I mean, Coach Butch said that was his fault. And so I've seen the growth there, but we got to hold the ball. We can't fumble it. We can't give them extra possessions. So I do think that's one of the key factors in this game.
I think another one that I would key in on is just being able to be competitive in the trenches. I think that's one of the biggest areas where Logan has struggled. It affects them in the run game. It affects them in pass protection, which limits them to what kind of pass plays they can call, so they can't be as explosive on offense. And then on defense, obviously, it has all the opposite effects, where the other team can do just about whatever they want with running the ball, with passing the ball, and all that.
Oh, we're good.
So we've got the kicking teams on the field, and I think the Grizzlies are kicking. They've got, problem is their kicker, number 85, Zeke Taylor. He might very well be on both the return and kick teams. He's the kicker, but he's also been one of their impact players on the defensive line. And perhaps you throw in one of the big bodies there for blocking. Just kind of waiting and seeing. They're going to be kicking to the north. Here, as it says, 2 minutes, where they've paused the clock at 1:53. And I think they're just sending the guys out there. Looks like the Grizzlies are set to return. They've got number 4, Colt Red, and number 7, Jace Pingree, running back deep to return.
This has been a strength of Logan's. 2 weeks ago, I mean, we ran 3 past the 50, and so or right to the 50, and so that's something. Let's see if they'll kick to Pingree.
Yeah, he's been very good for them this season. As you mentioned, the last game, several long returns that helped the Grizzlies get good field position early on, and really throughout the game, but weren't quite able to do as much with that as they hoped. Here's the kickoff. It is high and very short, going to land right on the 18-yard line. Picked up off the first bounce. Pingree has it, weaving for the defense, trying to get past all the Cedar defenders. He will get across the 40 and just shy of the 45-yard line. There's a good return to start.
There's a good return. That's a good start. I mean, he's one block there away from hitting that sideline and using that speed we know that he has. But it's amazing once you get the ball in his hands how he can weave in and out of all those defenders. Great field possession. It's a great start for Logan.
11:52 to go here in this first quarter. We've just barely started on Crimson Field as the Logan Grizzlies taking on the Cedar Reds here on KVNU, the home of Logan Grizzlies sports for 80-plus years. This regional, I'm used to saying Region 11, 3A Utah football matchup. Favero in the gun. He's got Pingree in motion. He's going to hand off to Pingree, and he's going to get stacked up in the backfield. He manages to slither his way to a half-yard loss instead of a 1.5-yard loss.
And why not? I mean, Pingree's so good with the ball in his hands. Maybe they're trying to find ways to let him use that athleticism. So right there, not much, but I still like the wrinkle.
Trying to get creative in their play calling. And certainly that's one way to do it. Favero, again, 2 wide receivers either side, looking to his left, throwing, and that'll be swatted away. He was looking for Pingree right about at the first down marker.
Yeah, and there was really nothing there. He pretty much just had to throw that in away. Pingree was covered really well, and so, you know, I think that's one where he didn't try to force it in there. It almost was like a throwaway.
Yeah, just kind of that throw it where nobody can get it, but obviously not looking for that intentional grounding.
Great coverage by the Cedar defender.
That'll make it 3rd down and 10 yards to go. Favero again from the gun. He's got 3 receivers to his right. He's rolling that way, throws it, and it's easily picked off. Nowhere near any of his receivers. Intercepted by Cedar, number 8, Keaton Cox, the safety.
Yeah, and that's a terrible throw right there by Favero. I don't want to criticize him, but there was no one there within 5 feet. I've had to watch the film to see if he was hit. He was definitely pressured, throwing on the run, but probably a poor decision there, throwing it.
I think the pressure, because he either undercooked it or overcooked it, because he basically threw it between two of his crossing routes. So Cedar will take over on the Logan 39-yard line. Indeed, they have number 41, Everett Kelling, in there at quarterback. At least I believe. I can't quite see his number. They will fake the handoff, rolling right, throwing a little high.
And if he doesn't throw it if he doesn't throw it
Quinn
high, Quinn Pingree is there to undercut that for an interception.
Well covered by the Grizzlies, had a man in front and behind the receiver, and so it was well that Kelling threw it over his man's head by about 4 feet. So it'll be 2nd and 10. Ball on the Grizzly 39-yard line. 11 minutes to go here in this opening quarter. 4 wide receivers spread, 2 on either side for Kelling as he awaits the gun. He'll motion one man across the formation, hand it off up the gut with room to run, breaks the tackle, trying to get free of the defense. He will not quite do so. He will get inside the 15-yard line, almost to the 10. They'll mark him down at the 11, number 35.
And they're hurrying it up. Really, he's just running through arm tackles. We've just got to wrap up and see what we can do.
Quick throw out to number 6, Gavin DeMille, and he will get wrapped up and taken down at the 6-yard line. It was Braxton DeMille who had the big run to get them to the 11. Now they're on the 6-yard line. Indeed, they did that hurry-up offense, not quite as quick to this next play, though, as they await the call from the sideline.
Yeah, a good open field tackle there by Colt Red, just using the sideline and getting his legs out from him.
2nd down and 5. They can technically get a first down here if they get inside the 1-yard line and don't manage to score. They're lined up. They got a tight end on the left side. He'll motion over to the right side, Brent Martin. They'll fake the handoff. They'll throw it to Martin. He's going to try and get around the outside. He'll be dropped for a short loss by number 5, Caden Nean.
Caden Nean did amazing. He was tied up with the wide receiver. He's able to shuck the wide receiver and make the play.
He might be half the size of the man he tackled.
He definitely was, and half the size of the receiver too.
A lot of these Grizzlies players having to play bigger than they are. They've had to play a lot earlier than some players. Sometimes you get to develop until you're a junior, senior. A lot of these guys have played since they were freshmen and sophomores.
Yep.
Some of them still are freshmen and sophomores. Kelling rolling out to his right, throwing, and through the hands of the receiver, Braden Crane. He probably wouldn't have gone in anyway, as I believe Pingree was hot on his heels to be able to tackle him. They might have got a first down, though. It would have been close.
Yeah, I think they're going to go for this. They must not have
this is about as good as field goal range as you're going to get for high schoolers. But they do not appear set up to kick it. They've got their offense still out there on the field. Everett Kelling in their quarterback. They'll have their 4 wide receivers. Running back Braxton DeMille to his left. They might be trying to draw him offside. They'll snap it. Facing some pressure, tipped at the line, and it's incomplete.
That's amazing. Good job by sometimes if you can't get to the quarterback, put your arms up. That's exactly what some of the Logan defenders did and causes a turnover. That's amazing. we give them a short field and give them no points. That's a huge win for the Logan defense.
Look at that replay if you're watching on CashValleyDaily.com. I believe it was Raiden Nielsen on that left side of the line from Cedar's perspective, right side of the defensive line from Logan's, getting that tipped pass, forcing a turnover on downs. The Grizzlies will be backed up. They'll give up no points. Favero in the gun, throwing, nearly picked off again. He was looking for Graydon Olson. Cedar jumping those short routes really heavily. They'll try and take advantage of that at some point.
Yeah, let's see if we can do that. I mean, that's when you usually do a block and go. Try like a screen and slip the defender. But, yeah, they're really undercutting those short routes.
Grizzlies really love those slot curl routes, but Cedar has watched their film. They know to watch for those, and they're going to jump those all night. Favero in the gun once again. Going to hand off up the middle. Going to be no gain if he's lucky. Think a slight loss is what they end up with. As that was Caden Avila, the junior running back. He's been playing since he was a freshman. He'll come off the field. They'll send Caden Nean in. They'll have 5 wide receivers out there. They got Will Ward, Graydon Olson, Pingree, Nean. When I missed who was on that far, I forgot my binoculars today. They're going with the 5 wide receivers. Brett Favero alone in the gun. 3 wide receivers to his left, 2 a bunch close to his right. Dropping to pass, throwing, has a man caught. I think he's going to be short of the sticks, though, by about 4 or 5 yards. Colt Red was the one. He was the one that was on that far sideline. But it'll be well short of the first down marker. Grizzlies just going to have to punt this one away.
Yeah, and that's one of those that he had to come back to the quarterback. He was at the sticks, probably a yard in front of it, which is a pet peeve of mine, but I'll tell you, that's probably all he could get there.
Sometimes you just got to get yourself a little bit of room.
Yep.
Make sure your punter doesn't have to have his heels on the back end line. Whistles blown by the referees. Oh, there's a clock malfunction. It currently says there's 67 minutes to go here in the first quarter, and that is incorrect. 7:59 to go here as we get the clock correction going. 0-0 our score as we've just crossed under 8 minutes to play in the first quarter between the Logan Grizzlies and Cedar Reds. Grizzlies set to punt this one away. They'll get the snap, foot through it, high and short, and it's got some backspin. It might be, I don't know, bounce basically sideways.
Did it touch him?
It won't cross the 30-yard line. Grizzlies will finally pick it up. It came close to one of the Cedar players.
I almost saw it touch the feet of one of the Cedar players. But
if he did, there was some good acting to not immediately go after, because a lot of times you'll react and you'll try to jump on it.
Yeah, usually players on the field will see that, and there was no reaction to it.
Grizzlies waited a second to pick it up. So after the short punt, it'll probably go down as a 10, 15-yard punt. Cedar will take over on the 27-yard line. 7:47 to go here in the opening quarter. Looking for the first score of the game from either team. Man in motion, but they're going to hand it off to the running back, and he'll rumble up the middle. He'll gain about 5, maybe 6 yards. We'll see the exact spot here. Braxton DeMille.
Yeah, and really his offensive line just gave him a little bit of a hold. He was able to go through, and a good tackle by the linebackers. It looks like Raiden Nelson probably, or I think both linebackers got him.
So Cedar looking at 2nd and 5 is what we've got. 3 wide receivers. They got the tight end on the right side as they're in just about between the midpoint between these 2 hash marks.
Logan lined up, maybe looking to put some pressure on him here.
6 guys on the line of scrimmage for the Grizzlies. They'll back a couple off. They'll hand it off, hole right up the right side, just off the right guard. And they're going to get a first down on a 7-yard rush by number 2, Daxton DeMille. There are a lot of DeMilles on this roster. I'm counting at least 4.
Wow.
Not sure if they're all related. I imagine they are.
With that name, I would assume they were.
Quick play and caught by the tight end. Taken down at about the 1-yard line. Big gain for Cedar.
Yeah, Mason Red just bodying him up and throwing him down, but there's a He was wide open, running down the middle.
Cedar going, hurry up. They get to the line quickly. 3 wide receivers to the left, but they're going to hand it off, and going around the right tackle is Daxton DeMille, and he will score. First score of the game for either team is at Cedar. They get a touchdown from 1 yard out. 6:21 to go here in the first, and our first score of the game has arrived. We'll get the place kicker here at number 30, I believe, Cody Stevenson. Left-footed kicker will line up for the PAT. One of the Grizzlies players nearly jumped offside, and now one of them does. As they'll get a free yard. You wonder if they might go for 2 with that one. Who knows? Doesn't look like they're moving anything. We're waiting on the officials if they're going to, or coaches are talking to the officials, but they are just going to line up for the 1. Referees and officials still talking like, do you want to move the ball? What's going on here? Don't want to throw off the rhythm of the PAT, but here's the kick. It is up, and it is good, so that'll make it 7-0 to the visitors. Cedar takes the lead over the Grizzlies. We'll look to see if the Grizzlies can get an answer. Their first 2 offensive possessions couldn't find any rhythm. Didn't get a first down on either. They've gone 3 and out 2 straight times. Struggling to get things going in the run game. I believe they have negative yards in the run game.
Yeah, they really just got to find something. They've got to. It looks like Favero's. He looks like he's a little nervous out there today. He's just got to settle down and you know, start his game and make his reads, because he just looks like a little rushed, a little nervous, and he's making a couple poor decisions. But he can come back from that. Coach just needs to settle down and be like, hey, we got you. We need you.
Favero's played generally well this season. He does have, I believe, it was 3 or 4 interceptions on the season for Favero. Yeah, it's 3 interceptions. He threw his 4th on that opening drive. As Cedar comes out to kick off, the Grizzlies put their return guys on the 15-yard line as they maybe try to anticipate that short kick once again. From the right hash, putting his foot through it. Pingree's going to have to back up all the way to his 6-yard line. He will return it again. Trying to get through the defense, finding some space across the 30. He'll fall forward onto the 34-yard line, and that's where the Grizzlies will start after the return from Pingree.
He's still electric whenever you can get the ball in his hands. Still good return from Pingree.
Grizzlies with 1st and 10 from their own 34. Graydon Olson motioning across the formation. Favero to pass. Throwing. He's got Will Ward. 1st down yardage. They're going to throw a flag in the backfield. Not sure. It was thrown just after the pass.
That's one of those you don't know. It's behind where the quarterback is. It could be roughing the passer or a hold.
And Favero wasn't on the ground. So we're going to look and see exactly what's happening.
But I like the play call. They ran someone underneath where they jumped the ball and then they jumped the route and snuck someone right behind him, and he was wide open. They are.
Yeah, it's personal foul, roughing the passer. I thought I saw Favero give a bit of a thumbs up to the sideline, being like, it's on them.
Yeah, I wonder if there's a lot of rules with hitting in the head or the helmet or something.
Because Favero didn't even go down.
No.
Like, he was still standing. But, yeah, there's some of those rules there.
Nonetheless, amazing yardage for the Grizzlies.
Big play there. It was about a 13-yard gain. They tacked on 15 yards. Favero to throw once again. Throwing short. Jumped route, but still caught by Graydon Olson. He manned up to grab that one. They are jumping that tight end curl route.
They're jumping in, and they've got 2 to 3 people on him. I mean, he barely, if he didn't have such big paws out there, that probably could have been picked. But
he had to wrestle that out of the hands of the defensive back. Bit of a pause in play. It'll be a 6-yard gain for the Grizzlies. Favero going to hand off. They're in the kind of that wide receiver motioning almost into a pistol. They snap it right as he gets to about where the running back is. They hand it off to Caden Nean. He will gain positive yardage, 1 yard, and that'll set up 3rd and 3.
Yeah, they're trying to set up anything or get anything up the front through the tackles. And Cedar's just shutting it down. They're almost a yard or two behind the line of scrimmage when the running back gets the ball. So that's one thing, that's one of the keys that Jason said is who's going to control the line of scrimmage, and right now it's Cedar.
3rd down, 3 yards to go. Oh, the play clock isn't on. They don't have the play clock going? Under 5 minutes to play here in this first quarter. 7-0 to Cedar. Favero to pass, facing pressure, throws, caught short right at the first down. Oh, that's incomplete. He dropped it. I looked away right as that was ending because I guess I assumed he caught it.
Yeah, Mason Birch there, he got hit, and sometimes that big hit and all that momentum, just you're not used to it, and you drop the ball.
Grizzlies are going to go for it. Very sensible position to do so. They're on Cedar's 31-yard line, and it's 4th and only about 3.5 yards to go. Favero to pass. Facing pressure, he will be sacked, and it's a turnover on downs. Cedar will take over.
Yeah, Cedar just went into a man-to-man. They just manned up and blitzed the linebackers, and one got through. Favero tried to escape and just wasn't able to.
So with 4:32 to go here in this first quarter, Cedar will take over, leading 7-0. Try and add to their lead that they established on their last possession. Of course, they started both of their drives in Logan territory. This one will be on their own 38-yard line.
The offense showed a little bit more life there. I mean, that's a stepping stone. Now we just need the defense to get a stop here, and we can keep going.
Handoff up the middle, tackle, a couple of arm tackles trying to get him at the 40-yard line, but he's going to get to the 43. Again, the running back, DeMille. That's not two. I should specify which one of them is Braxton DeMille, number 35. As Cedar doing a couple substitutions here, but they'll have 3 wide receivers. They'll have a tight end. Well, they're all stacked up. They're on the left hash, but on the open side of the field, they've got their wide receivers stacked up next to the line, including their tight end. As Everett Kelling drops a pass, throws right into the hands of his receiver, caught just beyond the first down marker, and they're going to give him that yardage. As number 21, Brevin Williams, snags the pass.
Yeah, that's just one of those textbook plays by Cedar. They ran 1 yard past the line of scrimmage. Just a little button hook there, and the quarterback drilled him, and just great rhythm there for Cedar.
4 wide receiver spread now for Cedar. As Braxton DeMille in the backfield with Everett Kelling. 1st and 10 on the 49-yard line for the Reds. Kelling to pass, facing immediate pressure, escapes, rolling out to the right. He's going to haul it deep. He's got a man, and just out of reach. Grizzlies nearly had a sack, but they'll escape with an incompletion.
Raiden Nelson had him there. That's one of those that they always take the inside. Quarterback just takes a step, jukes him to the outside and gets away. Pressured by another one of the D linemen and just tried to just throw it as far as he could to a receiver there and just overthrew him.
So it'll be 2nd down and 10 for the Reds. They get the signal from the sideline. 3 wide receivers, a tight end will be on the left side. Martin line up there, big number 1. Kelling from the shotgun. Grizzlies stacking the line. Handoff, they get through the line. It's Braxton DeMille, and he'll still gain 5 yards. Grizzlies had 6 guys on the line trying to plug every gap.
Yeah, and they even had 2 men in the line, in the backfield, almost making the tackle. He was able to find a hole and still scoot through for a 4-yard gain there.
It'll be 3rd down and 6. We cross under 3 minutes to play in the opening quarter. Cedar with their 7-0 lead. They've made 3 stops against the Grizzlies. This is their 3rd time with the ball. They scored on their most recent play. DeMille motioning to the right hip of Kelling, who will drop back to pass. looking, throws, caught, breaking the tackle, getting up past the 30, down to the 25, almost to the 20-yard line is Dylan Crowley.
Yeah, Caden Nean there still had pretty good coverage on that. The guy's just got probably a foot on him right there, and he was just able to break that tackle and
Hurry up from
the sideline.
Hurry up from the Reds as Cowling looking to pass, finds over the middle, and the defender was screened by the wide receiver, Mason Red, trying to get around the referee, and it ends up being a touchdown for Cedar on a 21-yard reception by Braden Crane.
That's sometimes what they do. It's like if the safety's there, run right in front of the referee, see if you can use them as a screen, and that's what they did right there.
2:22 to go here in this first quarter, and it's a 13-0 lead for Cedar pending the PAT. So they'll line up to kick this one and try and establish that 2-score lead. Snap is there, kick is up, and it is good. So with 2:22 to go here in this first quarter, Cedar taking a 14-0 lead over the Logan Grizzlies. And certainly not the start that Logan was looking for offensively or defensively. Got what they wanted on that first possession overall. But since then, Josh, it's been pretty tough sledding for the Grizzlies.
Yeah, it's been tough. I mean, we've been forcing the ball a little bit, and we've got to find something new. What it almost looks like they're doing is we've got a couple of main receivers. You know, you've got Graydon Olson and Pingree, and it looks like they're almost double teaming them sometimes, and we're still trying to force the ball into them. And we've got to try to find something else, or in the running game, maybe attacking the edges, but up front, up the gut right now is just not working.
Just got to find some good counters. Surprise onside as the Reds just try and kick it. They kick it up high in the air, and a very smart play from Raiden Nelson, who just waves for a fair catch since they didn't bounce it off the ground. Raiden able to call for fair catch, and there's nothing Cedar can do about it so long as he catches the ball.
Well coached. Knowing that on the kickoff return, that just shows coaching.
So the Grizzlies will get their best starting field position of the day, the 48-yard line. That's all the surprise onside, or kind of pseudo onside with, again, just lobbing it up. Something that worked a while ago when players weren't coached to call for fair catch, but it doesn't work as much anymore. Vivero in the gun. Got two guys either side of him. He's going to throw it. Might technically be a run. But Mason Birch he'll run that one, whether it's a pass or a lateral. Mason Birch will gain about 2 yards, maybe 1.5.
See, what they're trying to do now is they're trying to just incorporate small passes like that almost as the run.
Just trying to find space for their runners to make plays. It's just the biggest thing here. 4 wide receivers to the near sideline where all the space is. Favero going to look that way. Rolling out, he's facing pressure. Just going to have to lob it up into the air. It will be caught, but I don't think he's going to gain any yards. Graydon Olson will basically get credit for a 0-yard catch here.
I think I don't know if that's a great spot. I think he was maybe, either they didn't count it, but I thought he was at least a yard on the 50.
It looked like he kind of caught it on that 50-yard line, but the referee, who was closest to the spot, kind of had to be forced out because the wide receiver was right on the sideline. Tricky for him to spot that as accurately as he could have. 3rd down and long. It's 9 yards for the Grizzlies. Favero faking a pitch to Olson, trying to throw a screen, nearly intercepted. Cedar was all over that. Favero was looking for Avila, and he had 3 Cedar players around him.
He did, and the linemen were all out in front, and if he could have somehow completed that, the problem was the whole Cedar line was in his face there. So
Cedar well coached as they've played all these very well. Grizzlies are trying to get tricky here, trying to do some misdirection, and it's just not working super well. Punt here from the Grizzlies on 4th and 9. Good punt there as it bounces on the 21-yard line, and it'll go out of bounds. Around about the 15, they'll mark it at the 17. is where Cedar will take over. 1:25 to go here in this first quarter.
I tell you what, Jason, I'm pretty impressed with this Cedar team. They're coached well. They're staying in their position. They're guarding their man, and they're putting pressure in. And like I said, I'm just impressed with them.
Cedar will come out of this quick break after the punt. Their worst starting field position of the day, but you could say that about their last drive, and they drove all the way down for the touchdown. Field position hasn't been much of an issue wherever they're starting.
And they're not doing anything special. They're just doing what they do correctly.
Handoff, trying to run up the gut. Bouncing outside the tackle is Braxton DeMille. He'll gain only a yard, maybe two. I think they're going to mark him down at the 19.
And there you go. What I liked there is you had the good old kicker, Zeke Taylor. He actually forced him inside like a defensive end should do, and that actually forces the defensive end, the defensive tackle, to come make the play. Great job by Zeke Taylor.
Under 1 minute to play here in this opening quarter. 14-0 in favor of the Cedar Reds here at Crimson Field as they lead over the Grizzlies. Quick pass over the middle, caught, and then tackled 2 yards shy of the line to gain. Number 5, Braden Crane with the reception.
Yeah, and that's one of those easy throws. They just crossed the middle. We gave him a 10-yard cushion, but still, great tackle by Colt Red, still allowing him, saving the first down, making it a 3rd and 2.
23 seconds to go here in this quarter, and it looks like Cedar will run one more play as they have 3rd and 2. They're on the 25. They need the 27. Kelling hands off, run right up the middle. Braxton DeMille will gain the yardage and plenty more as he'll get all the way up to the 32-yard line. And that'll bring us to the end of this quarter. Your score at the end of one, the Logan Grizzlies 0, the Cedar Reds 14. Well, no, they're going to try and run another play. Oh, I thought they were.
They didn't make it.
Well, they tried to fake me out. I was all ready to go to quarter break, and they looked like they were going to try one. It will actually now be the end of the first quarter. 14-0 for Cedar. We'll take a break and be back after this.
I'm Lana Powell, and my team and I are here to make insurance simple.
Because we live right here in your community.
And if the unexpected happens, you'll have neighbors you can count on.
Come see us at Lana Powell State Farm, here to help life go right.
At Planet Fitness, you'll get energy without the judgment.
Hi, can you help me with this? This is better.
Join the judgment-free zone today for $15 a month. Planet Fitness, big fitness energy for all.
There's nothing quite like a great hometown. At the Young Automotive Group's Cache Valley dealerships, it's our privilege to call Logan home. We not only work to provide you with an exceptional customer experience, but take care of the community. We're committed to driving Logan forward. Visit Young Automotive in Logan today.
And we're back here at Crimson Field as we resume this game at the start of the second quarter here on KVNU. Jason Walker alongside Josh Anderson. This matchup between the Logan Grizzlies and Cedar Reds. Cedar with the ball, throwing on 1st and 10, tipped. And just out of the reach of a couple of different Logan defenders in the area, couldn't get to Kelling's pass.
Yeah, and that was great. They actually blitzed Mason Birch right up the middle. Was able to get a good hit. Created a tip drill, just no Logan defenders around.
So 2nd down and 10 yards to go. As we've just started the second quarter here. Everett Kelling in the backfield, ready to take the shotgun snap. Hands off to Braxton DeMille. He'll rumble forward for, that was more yards than I thought initially. I thought it was 3 or 4, and turns out it was about 7 or 8.
Yeah, Zeke Taylor still shucked his guy, but grabbed him from behind and almost rode him like a horse for about 2-3 yards. That's why he got a little bit of yardage there, but still, great job by Zeke Taylor holding on.
The 3rd down and about 4 yards to go as Cedar lines up in a 4 wide receiver spread. 2 guys either side. Braxton DeMille standing at the left hip of Everett Kelling, who awaits the snap. And he'll motion a guy across the upfield to this near sideline. Option pass, pitching it to DeMille, and he's going to gain plenty of yardage for that first down all the way across the 50 to the Logan 48-yard line.
Yeah, what they did is they lined up people on the left side and made them all run to the other sideline and created this nice wide open sideline for the running back.
Hurry up offense. Kelling throwing quick through the hands. Oh, nearly intercepted. I don't think Clayton Wilkie was ready for that one. It hit him in the chest, but that's one of those where it hits you in the chest before you even realize it's there.
Yeah, sometimes you just have to be ready for it, but for them, quick throw, quick pass. And Logan Fender just couldn't come up with the interception.
11:03 to go here in the second quarter. It's 14-0 for the Cedar Reds, as they've got the lead over the Logan Grizzlies here in this 3A football matchup. Cedar motioning their tight end to the right side of the formation. Kelling dropping back to pass, now rolling to his right, looking for a man deep. He's got someone open over the hands of his intended receiver, Braden Crane, who's got a touchdown in this game but couldn't connect there.
He's got an arm, but we haven't seen a whole lot of accuracy 20 yards down the field, which is typical for a quarterback, especially for a junior quarterback.
Yeah, for high school, it's really hard to find that right touch on those long passes.
But still, forcing him to throw a little bit sometimes like that, just trying to pressure him at all, getting him on the run, really helps the situation, and the probability of an overthrow is increased. 3rd down and 10. I have to imagine they're going to try and set up maybe a 4th down conversion. They may just try and go with a short play here, maybe a run or a short pass. Kelling to throw. Now he's looking deep. He's trying to get it all. He'll find his man caught, breaking a tackle and a touchdown. Dylan Crowley finds the end zone from 48 yards out. And Jason, you know what helps with that accuracy? Looks like a 6'5" receiver out there almost, He looks like he's got quite a few inches on his defender, but he's a big guy, and if you've got a big receiver like that, it just increases the area where you can throw it, and that's exactly what he did. He was able to just run through the arm tackle of the defender.
So at 10:45, that makes it 20-0 for Cedar. Shades of last year where they won 33-3. And the PAT is up and good. That'll make it 21-0 here early in the second quarter. The Grizzlies facing a deep hole early. Gonna have to try and come out of it after this upcoming kickoff. Your locally owned Napa Auto Parts supplies parts to over a dozen local Napa Auto Care Centers you can count on and trust. They're ASE certified mechanics. That's Napa Auto Parts. They sponsor our best part of the game. We'll be announcing that later in the game, along with our Old Grist Mill bread and butter play of the game. Grizzlies lining up for the 4th time in kick return today.
And each drive, we've seen a few different things, and so I got confidence, Jason. This is our drive right here.
Cedar kicking from the right hash. Getting it to about the 7-yard line. Pingree catches it in the air, running to his right now, back to his left. Trying to find the seam, gets across the 35, across the 40, and he'll go down right at the 42-yard line. Consistently great returns from Quinn Pingree, giving the Grizzlies probably an average starting field position around the 40-yard line.
And that's a big kicker. He basically ran into the kicker, and you do what that's what you're taught to do. You just go head on and see if the kicker is able to make a play, and right there the kicker did.
10:38 to go here in this second quarter, and the Grizzlies take over facing a 21-point deficit. Favero in the shotgun. He's got both his running backs next to him, Caden Avila and Mason Birch. Graydon Olson, the tight end, motioning from left to right across the formation. Favero, there was an option, a bit of a high snap, and that put him in an awkward spot. He pitches it to Mason Birch anyway, who will end up losing 4 yards.
Yeah, it almost took a little too long there. Allowed the defenders to come. Now, a wrinkle to that play could almost be like a double pass or something, because it looks like he was a backwards pitch or something, and it really sucked the whole Cedar team up. So that's also something that you could see later on for a wrinkle.
Grizzlies lining up 2nd and 14. Quinn Pingree motioning across the formation. Favero looking for the quick screen pass, finding Will Ward, but another loss as Ward will be tackled for a 3-yard loss. The Grizzlies going in the wrong direction.
Yeah, and that's just a great play by Dax Wankier. He's a senior outside linebacker, just read everything and fought his way to make a tackle for loss. Big loss.
9:39 to go here in the second quarter as the Grizzlies trail 21-0. 3rd and 17 is what we're looking at here. Favero with 4 wide receivers. He's got Mason Birch next to him, the running back. As Favero back to pass. Throwing, caught by Will Ward, trying to get first down yardage, and I think he got it. They'll mark him down a yard beyond the line to gain as Will Ward gaining 18 when they needed 17.
There you go. That's a great pass right there. Caught him on stride, and Ward was able to just use his athleticism to finagle that last 3 yards for a first down. Great job.
Grizzlies escape 3rd and 17. They get first down, having crossed midfield now. Favero taking the shotgun snap, looking to throw. Doesn't have anyone open yet. Now he finally gets Jace Pingree open. He catches the ball basically at the line of scrimmage, has to take a couple steps backward, but then he'll eventually gain 5 yards in the positive direction.
Just using that strength. A year ago, that probably isn't happening, but using that quick athleticism and quickly planted and went north and south.
Grizzlies now with 2nd down and 5 yards to go. Again, 4 receivers spread. As they're now looking to the sideline, head coach Nate Butts calling the plays here. Favero handing it off to Birch, trying to rumble forward. He'll gain 2 yards, but an excellent arm tackle there by the linebacker.
Yeah, you saw that, and it was just an arm tackle, and it really was close. Really just, if he's able to break that tackle, it is a first down. Was able to manage it just a yard, but that's something where, we just got to keep churning there.
3rd down and 3 yards to go for the Grizzlies. Favero back to pass, looking for the quick route, finds Colt Red for first down yardage across the 35-yard line.
Great job, Colt, running past the sticks, making yourself open, and creating a big target.
Grizzlies getting some consistent yardage here from their best drive of the day so far. Just got to be able to capitalize by getting into scoring position. As they'll again line up with this 4-receiver spread, 2 receivers on either side of the formation. Caden Avila next to Favero, who gets the snap, dropping back to pass. Now rolling to his right, going to have to redirect traffic. He's just going to throw it. Finds Pingree, who basically shades of that play earlier, catches at the line of scrimmage, backs up, then runs forward. Won't gain as much yardage there as he only gets about 2 or 3.
And sometimes I think the defender thinks they're either going to go down or out. Pingree just managed that over the year. He's learned how to quickly turn around and go north and south. I mean, he turned nothing into 2 yards there, almost 3 yards, almost turned a 1-yard loss. And so, great job, Pingree, turning something from nothing.
Favero to throw once again. It's a little low. Looking for Graydon Olson.
And he had him just a little low.
It'll make it 3rd down and about 8. As the Grizzlies looking to try and get a first down. Have to imagine they'll probably just go for it on 4th down. Yeah. We'll see what they got. Favero to pass. Got some time throwing, caught, first down yardage. No 4th down attempt necessary as Will Ward gets the reception.
One thing I like about Will Ward is he runs good routes. He doesn't make it up. You know exactly where he's going to be at, uses his hands, and catches really well.
So the Grizzlies get 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line. They'll shift the formation around. They got Graydon Olson, the tight end, lined up on the right side, and then 2 wide receivers on that right side. But Graydon Olson going to motion to the left. Favero to pass. Facing pressure, just going to have to throw it away. Braden Olson vaguely in the area.
Smartly throws it away, just throws it way in front of the receivers who were running out. But no intentional grounding. Good job by Favero.
And I don't think he was out of the pocket, but since there was a receiver sort of around.
And I don't think he got it to the line of scrimmage either.
Yeah, he just had to throw that as hard as he could to keep it out of harm's way. So he had two guys on him. He was kind of rolling to his left a little bit. But second down, 10 yards to go. They're 20 yards away from the end zone, and a false start probably. A bunch of people moved.
False start by half the offense there.
Now all the wide receivers went. One of the defensive linemen jumped across the line, so I think a bunch of people thought that play was starting, but I imagine they're going to back up the offense. Now they're calling a false start on the Grizzlies, so that'll set up 2nd and 15. 6:37 to go. Grizzlies faced 3rd and 17 earlier in this game.
Yeah,
and they get a completion and they get it down to.
They're finding some success. They run receivers deep on a post, and then just cut someone in right underneath like a flag route and hit them. Right there, they were able to get half of it back.
So 3rd down and a long 9 for the Grizzlies. Maybe a similar situation to the 3rd and long they faced earlier, but they got a 1st down. Favero to pass, immediately facing pressure, escapes it for the moment, throwing and nearly intercepted. As about went through the hands or just over the hands of Jace Pingree and then off the hands of the Cedar defender, and the Grizzlies are sending out their field goal unit.
He's got the leg. Let's just see if he can hit it.
It'll be a 36-yard field goal. What I can tell, the lefty, Zeke Taylor, will try this one out. Snap is down, kick is up, and he just snuck it in there. Grizzlies get on the board with the field goal, 36 yards out with 5:52 to go here in the 2nd quarter. Just a reminder, one of our sponsors, Logan High coaches, Logan High School would like to say thanks to all their generous sponsors for their support of Logan High football. Many sponsors, including Napa Auto Parts, Adams Wealth Advisors, Advanced Heating and Air Conditioning, Cache Valley Auto Care, Les Olson IT, State Farm Agent Lana Powell, DD Auto and Salvage, Preston Watts Auto Collision, Planet Fitness, Young Automotive, and CashValleyDaily.com. A reminder, your video experience powered by Adams Wealth Advisors. You can view these games on CashValleyDaily.com. You can view the replays afterward as they're archived there. You can catch games around the valley. A lot of those will be starting up soon. About 15 minutes, we'll get a few games around the valley.
Just started an hour early because Cedar's got a long way home.
Yeah. Well, the way things are going, it'll
maybe a quicker 4th quarter, huh?
Yeah.
I like that we got the points, though.
Yeah,
that's a huge momentum. Defense just needs to stop them.
Get the defense on the sideline for a little bit to rest. Big kick high in the air from Zeke Taylor. He goes 2 yards in the end zone. Now, I know that wasn't as far as he's ever kicked it, but
that was
as
high
as he kicked it.
And that's success. He's usually struggled kick it that way into the north. So he's always done well, kicking it into the south. I mean, he's kicked it out of the end zone, so that's a big success there for Zeke. Adam made the field goal.
So a good kicking game from Zeke Taylor so far. As Cedar will now take over. Everett Kelling in the backfield. Now he'll fake the handoff. Looking to throw, has a man about 15 yards down the field. He's got Braden Crane.
Yeah, they did a little. Yeah, they did a little tricky there. Tried to do a handoff, and fooled a couple of the linemen, some of the D linemen, gave him an extra few seconds to set up the play and was able to deliver a strike to his receiver.
Call it a 19-yard gain for the Reds on that 1st and 10. They'll have 1st and 10 once again. 3 wide receivers to the left side of Kelling, who will hand it off to the running back. He'll run into the referee, throwing off some defenders, finally taken down after he crosses midfield and the 45-yard line.
Yeah, and that's one of those that the coach is going to be frustrated. He blitzed his linebackers right into the play. They were not able to wrap up the running back. So that's one of those where coach is like, I put you in the play, make a play.
5 minutes to go here in the second quarter. 2 first down and 2 first down gains. For Cedars, they're picking up yardage in chunks. 2 tight ends motioning across the formation as Kelling will fake the handoff, looking to throw, dodges the sack, dodges more, and he will gain yardage on the scramble. He'll gain 4 yards on a play where the Grizzlies should have dropped him for a loss of 4.
And that's the second time. Coach blitzed Braden Nelson, and he just got through there. It was an amazing job by him. Just was not able to wrap up. This time the quarterback ducked him, and he was just going almost a little too fast and just overran him because the quarterback ducked, and he's able to sneak up the field and get 4 yards.
2nd down and 6 now after that gain. Kelling in the backfield once again. This time he will hand it off to his running back, Braxton DeMille. And he'll gain almost all the yards necessary for a first down, but not quite.
And like I said, Cedar's really not doing anything fancy. They're just playing fundamental ball. They're opening holes, they're running, they're getting the 5 and 6 where the holes are for the linemen. And, he's missing some passes, but he's also completing. So nothing fancy. Logan's just allowing him, like the defenders and the running backs, to get an extra couple yards because they're arm tackling.
3:25 to go here in this second quarter. Cedar with the 21-3 lead, trying to extend that, but they face 3rd and 2 on the Grizzly 33-yard line. Handoff to DeMille, Daxton DeMille this time. He'll gain 4 yards now down to the 30-yard line.
Yeah, ran into Mason Birch there, a few yards down, and just stood him up there. Great tackle by Mason Birch.
We'll cross under 3 minutes to play here. With the Reds, they'll slow it down a little bit here. They've done a hurry up typically after some of these big plays. But after gaining that first down, now 30 yards away from the end zone, they'll set up in a spread formation. 4 wide receivers, 2 either side. Dax DeMille in the backfield with Everett Kelling. Kelling motioning one of his guys across formation. Handoff to the running back, going off the right tackle, finding some space. Trying to bowl over the defense. He'll get inside the 10, down to the 7-yard line. Dax DeMille eventually taken down by Mason Birch.
Yeah, DeMille just running through 3 or 4 arm tackles, and finally Birch just sprinted from that linebacker position, saving the touchdown. Great job by Birch. Just too much yardage there, Jason.
That'll make it 1st down and goal from the 7-yard line. Cedar will get the ball out of halftime, and they'll try and make it 28-3. Potential to make it 35-3 in their ideal world here.
Watch number 4, Dylan Cowley. He's got about 5, almost a foot on his defender there.
Kelling going to fake the handoff, throwing short to his tight end, who's just going to bowl over the defense and almost get in. They will mark him
give
in.
It to him.
A 7-yard touchdown for the tight end, Brent Martin, as it's now 27-3, pending a PAT here from Cedar.
All right, Logan's we got 2:22 left, Jason. We just got a field goal. We got points on the board. Hopefully the offense should have a little more confidence. Let's see what we can get.
PAT is up, and that one is good. So call it 28-3 here in this second quarter. 2:22 to go.
Let's see what their 2-minute drill looks like. We've seen their 3-minute drill, their 4-minute drill, but I don't think I've seen their 2-minute drill. So excited to see it.
Preston Watts Collision and Glass has been in business for 60 years. Next time you crash, call Preston Watts Collision and Glass. A few of the games around the valley should be starting here in about 10 minutes. We've started our game early. As visitors from Cedar have had to make the trip up here, and they'll want to make the trip home. And as I was saying earlier, they'll get home at an unearthly hour instead of an ungodly hour.
There you go.
That's kind of the difference we're looking at here.
I love it.
Kickoff here from Cedar. Kickoff team's been busy for them today so far. Good kick there, getting it to the 5-yard line. Pingree starting to the right. Now he's going to drift to the right instead of cutting back to the left as he's done often. He didn't find too much room. Call it his worst return of the day, but he still got it to the 34-yard line.
Yeah, still was able to run through one good arm tackle to give him the extra 7 yards there to finish it. But boy, I love the way he takes those kickoff returns. He uses all his speeds and goes north and south. It's just impressive. That's what you're supposed to do as a kick returner.
So 2:14 to go here. This is why they call it the 2-minute drill. The Grizzlies will try and get some form of points. And Favero going to have to try and air it out, but certainly going to face a concerted effort from Cedar's pass rush. He'll drop to pass. Facing a bit of pressure now, and he's just going to throw it out of bounds. As he rolled outside the pocket, chased by number 26, Caleb Binkerhoff.
Yeah, not a lot there. Cedar just covered everybody, and was just able to get it right. Almost instead of taking a sack, throw it away. Good job by the quarterback there.
It's Caleb Brinkerhoff, excuse me. I missed one of the letters. 2:07 to go here in this quarter, right as we approach halftime. 2nd down and 10 for the Grizzlies, motioning Jace Pingree. Gonna hand it off to him. They've run this play a few times. Pingree a little more successful here, gaining 2 yards. And Cedar gonna call timeout. They're smelling blood in the water.
Oh, yeah.
It's 3rd and long, and they're thinking maybe we can get the ball and get some more points of our own.
See, and I understand why they did that. Coach was hoping that they were maybe back, looking for deeper passes and stuff, and if he did like a little draw with Pingree using his speed, he'd have more room, and he did have a little more wiggle room there. Was still able to get 2 or 3 instead of, the 6 or 7 they probably wanted. Nonetheless, sets up a 3rd and 8, a big 3rd and 8, and like I said, Cedar wants to capitalize on this.
Planet Fitness has big fitness energy for all the benefits, all for less at Planet Fitness. Logan coming out of the timeout break, facing 3rd and 8. As Cedar going to look for a 3rd down stop. They'll look to use one of their timeouts if they do get a stop, or maybe not need to if they force an incompletion. As they could just about put this one away at halftime. Favero to throw. He's going to throw long. He's got Caden Nean, who makes the catch. He will be tackled, but not before he gets down to the 24-yard line of Cedar.
And I love that ball there. I love it. I do think Logan does have some speedsters there, and I'd love to see them take advantage of those deep balls. Beautiful throw, too, by Favero there to Nean.
Grizzlies getting to the line, 1:40 to go here in the first half. Favero to throw again, has Will Ward, catches it beyond the sticks. He'll gain 13 yards. And the Grizzlies will hurry to the line once again, though plenty of time here. There's 1:30 to go here in this half.
And in high school, the clock does stop until they set the sticks.
So the clock has now started, but it paused for a few seconds here. Favero with 3 wide receivers to his left. He will look to his right, though, trying to throw to that near pylon. Bit of contact there, not too much of a protest. He was looking for Will Ward. A nice route there, looking for, so you can go to that back pylon or you can go to the near pylon.
That's when you almost wonder if the contact did push him, because it looks like once he cut, he lost his balance and he was falling down trying to go to that pylon there. And so that's where I wonder if maybe that pass interference or a little bit of that contact affected the play.
A minute 12 to go here in the second quarter. As we approach halftime, Logan trying to get some points. Might have been a false start there. Favero takes the snap. I think they call it a QB draw. It was a high snap, and so whatever the play was delayed. And now Cedar once again calling timeout. They're still thinking about their final possession of this half.
Yeah, still a minute and a half left. And it's a
minute
third down.
5.
Yeah, minute 5. Boy, I'm seeing things, Jason.
DD Auto and Salvage is Cache Valley's #1 place to get the most money for junk vehicles and scrap metal. Pickup is available. Call 435-787-1204. That's 435-787-1204. That's DD Auto and Salvage. I'd like to thank those listening on KVNU or watching on CacheValleyDaily.com. Broadcast is available over radio and streaming online at CacheValleyDaily.com. We're on 102.1 FM, 610 AM, the radio home of the Grizzlies for more than 80 years.
Now, Logan still can get a first down here. They don't need to go for the end zone here. Plenty of time.
Favero looking to throw. Throws, caught, and touchdown, Grizzlies. Caden Meehan with the reception.
And really what it is they did the same play that they did almost with Will Ward, but instead of cutting out, he cut in, and Nean was just able to continue moving and almost running by 3 defenders there just into the end zone. Great throw and great individual effort by Caden Nean.
Grizzlies lining up like they're going for 2.
Yeah, they've got to get points, so I love that they're going for 2.
I think they may end up calling timeout, though, because their play clock's down to 11 seconds. And Coach Butts is standing on the field. Unless they're going to bump the shot clock up. Yeah, they're going to bump the shot clock. It's play clock. Get confused between the sports. I think it's because they were deciding where they were going to spot it, because I believe you get to choose where you spot the PAT, which hash you're on. And they're going to go to the right hash here, and so the Grizzlies trying to get 2 points here. Favero with 2 wide receivers alongside. He's going to throw short side. Incomplete. He was looking for Caden Avila out of the backfield. 2 points, no good. So the Grizzlies will stay at 9 points with 57 seconds to go here in the first half.
And Jason, I'm getting a little deja vu there. Isn't that almost like look like the same play that they ran with the Seahawks Patriots and the you know?
I think it was pretty similar.
Pretty similar, and it should have been picked off there too. Yeah. It just hit him in the chest.
Although that was to the running back.
Yeah, that was the running back, not to the receiver. But still, that's when anytime you see that on the goal line, you're like, why didn't they just hand the ball to Marshawn Lynch, right?
Now, the Grizzlies do not have Marshawn Lynch.
No, they don't.
Have to imagine they'd have a different record on the season if they did.
Or a back like him, right?
Yeah. Be more Skittles on the sideline at the very least.
Amen to that.
Grizzlies will line up for the kickoff here. 28-9 our score as we approach halftime. 57 seconds until that halftime. And it's enough time on the clock. And Cedar was trying to preserve that with some timeouts. I wonder if they'll try and throw a big play at the Grizzlies. And the Grizzlies are going to go for a surprise onside kick. And I'm not sure I love the decision because now you put them at the 48-yard line. I mean, granted, I guess they don't really have a kicker. So I guess they're thinking, what's the difference between them having to go 80 yards versus 52? With 57 seconds and they should only have one time.
Might as well. You know, that's the second time we've seen that onside kick, and, you know, they've done it.
Logan did it differently because they bounced it off the turf.
Yeah.
Cedar couldn't fair catch it.
And with Logan's, you guys still got a good bounce there. So decent onside kick there. Cedar just did a good job of fielding it and getting down.
First and 10 for Cedar, throwing out to the wide side of the field. Tackled immediately, but after a 6-yard gain on the reception, Cedar will hurry it up. Scoreboard says they have 2 timeouts. I thought they only had one.
Should only have one, yeah.
But I may have been wrong on who called 1 or 2 of those timeouts during Logan's last drive. 34 seconds to go. Cedar quickly running out of time here, as they're still 45 yards away from a score. Kelling looking to throw, scrambling out of the pocket, rolling to his right, still looking to throw. Throws one, caught. Quinn Pin, by the defense, I should say, intercepted as Quinn Pingree gets the interception.
And what I loved there, what caused that interception, is Logan had a spy on the quarterback if he was supposed to run. Mason Birch there. So the minute he got out of the pocket, Birch just used his speed because that's who his guy was, and was almost ready to hit him, and he had to let it go. And caused, just a poor throw by the Cedar quarterback. Great opportunity for Logan to take that poor throw and intercept it.
I almost wish Pingree would have been able to stay on his feet, but it was so low that he had to get down.
He really wanted to. He jumped up super fast, but still.
In the NFL, he might have taken that back for a touchdown, but
I believe he probably could because there's no one on the sideline other than him.
Favero with 5 wide receivers, you best bet they're going to try and take a shot here. As Favero dropping to pass, stepping up in the pocket, rolling right, fakes the throw, he's going to run, trying to get to the out of bounds, he will do so, crossing the 50 down to the 45. As there's 11 seconds left, they'll mark him down to the 47 instead.
And I'm excited for this. Let's see who else, you probably got 1, maybe 2 more plays because you've got 2 timeouts. And so if you can get into field goal range or even potentially get a touchdown there, 11 seconds, it's probably pretty less likely they'll get a touchdown, but if you can get 20 yards.
Yeah, they need about 27 to be in about the same range that Zeke Taylor hit from earlier. Favero looking to throw. Scrambling out of the pockets, 8 seconds left. Throws, and they're going to say it was caught. I could have sworn it hit the turf. But with 3 seconds to go, they'll count it as a catch and a 7-yard reception for the Grizzlies.
Think he can hit a 57-yard field goal?
I knew of a high schooler who hit a 57-yarder. I don't know if Zeke has that range. They're probably just going to set up for a Hail Mary here. I don't see Zeke out on the field. We know he's got a good leg, but that is a heck of a leg for a high schooler. And I think Favero, this is about on the range. He'd have to throw it about 45 yards in the air, depending on where he lines up passing. But to get your players that far down the field, he's going to need some pass protection.
Yeah, he needs definitely some time to throw. And
I know your instinct as a defense is to drop 9 guys, but maybe you blitz 6 and just try and force a quick throw and trust your guys to block or to tackle. Cedar lining up with 8 defensive backs.
They're in their victory formation, almost.
Almost all of them are 7 yards or more from the line of scrimmage. Favero to throw, stepping up in the pocket, throwing deep, gonna try and find somebody, and I think it's intercepted. Not that it really particularly matters. It will go down as an interception, but that's one that it absolutely does not matter what happened unless it was a touchdown. It's no different from an incompletion. Well, that's going to take us to halftime. Your score, Cedar 28, the Logan Grizzlies 9. We'll be back after this here on 102.1 FM, 610 AM, and streaming online at CashValleyDaily.com.
They believe that successful wealth management is all about planning. Adams Wealth Advisors is here to help. If you're transitioning a business, searching for the most up-to-date tax strategies, need help managing investments, or need help with estate planning, Adams Wealth Advisors has your back.
Preston Watts Collision and Glass has been your #1 resource for collision repair and auto glass. We specialize in windshield repairs. Competitive prices, call Preston Watts Collision and Glass at 563-3215. We do it right.
Old Old Gristmill on South Main Logan, 4th North Logan, and now Smithfield offer Cache Valley that famous lunch special and natural bread baked the right way. Get your made-to-order lunch or baked goods at Cache Valley's Best of Northern Utah gold-winning bakery. The Old Gristmill, here for you.
From what's happening in local political elections, to breaking news, to photo galleries and replays of the latest games. If it's happening in our community, it's on CacheValleyDaily.com and the Cache Valley Daily app. Local, relevant news on CacheValleyDaily.com.
Searching for copiers and printers? Les Olson IT has what you need. Find reliable HP printers, award-winning sharp copiers, and high-end Ricoh graphic systems.
Les Olson IT.
Make it 3 years in a row. Advanced Heating and AC is honored to be Best of Northern Utah Gold Medalist. Thank you for your support and vote of confidence in their company. Advanced Heating and AC online at advancedheating-ac.com.
From day one, right down the street, to present day, all over America, Napa and our nationwide network of parts and exceptional service were built for one mission: to keep your business moving full speed ahead.
When your car's starting that uh-oh noise, bring it to Cache Valley Auto Care. They speak fluent clunk and squeal. They'll fix it right without upselling things you don't need. Cache Valley Auto Care, behind Home Depot on 200 East in Logan.
DD Auto and Salvage is going to pay you the most for junk vehicles. Get rid of your junk vehicles today. Pickup is available. DD Auto and Salvage in Logan. Call 787-1204. That's 787-1204 today. See store for details.
Logan High School would like to recognize and thank their sponsors of Logan High Football: Wilson Motors, A&D Landscaping, Cache Valley Bank, Murdoch Chevy, Pool Orthodontics, Factory Student Housing, Ogden Clinic, Vintage Muscle, and Duke Building Company.
I'm Lana Powell, and my team and I are here to make insurance simple.
Because we live right here in your community.
And if the unexpected happens, you'll have neighbors you can count on.
Come see us at Lana Powell State Farm, here to help life go right.
At Planet Fitness, you'll get energy without the judgment.
Hi, can you help me with this? This is better.
Join the judgment-free zone today for $15 a month. Planet Fitness, big fitness energy for all.
There's nothing quite like a great hometown. At the Young Automotive Group's Cache Valley dealerships, it's our privilege to call Logan home. We not only work to provide you with an exceptional customer experience, but take care of the community. We're committed to driving Logan forward. Visit Young Automotive in Logan today.
At Adams Wealth Advisors, they believe that successful wealth management is all about planning. Adams Wealth Advisors is here to help. If you're transitioning a business, searching for the most up-to-date tax strategies, need help managing investments, or need help with estate planning, Adams Wealth Advisors has your back.
Preston Watts Collision and Glass has been your #1 resource for collision repair and auto glass. We specialize in windshield repairs. Competitive prices, call Preston Watts Collision and Glass at 563-3215. We do it right.
Old Gristmill on South Main Logan, 4th North Logan, and now Smithfield offer Cache Valley that famous lunch special and natural bread baked the right way. Get your made-to-order lunch or baked goods at Cache Valley's Best of Northern Utah gold-winning bakery. The Old Gristmill, here for you.
From what's happening in local political elections, to breaking news, to photo galleries and replays of the latest games. If it's happening in our community, it's on CacheValleyDaily.com and the Cache Valley Daily app. Local, relevant news on CacheValleyDaily.com.
Searching for copiers and printers? Les Olson IT has what you need. Find reliable HP printers, award-winning sharp copiers, and high-end Ricoh graphic systems.
Les Olson IT.
Make it 3 years in a row. Advanced Heating and AC is honored to be Best of Northern Utah Gold Medalist. Thank you for your support and vote of confidence in their company. Advanced Heating and AC online at advancedheating-ac.com.
From day one, right down the street, to present day, all over America, Napa and our nationwide network of parts and exceptional service were built for one mission: to keep your business moving full speed ahead.
When your car starts making that uh-oh noise, bring it to Cache Valley Auto Care. They speak fluent clunk and squeal. They'll fix it right without upselling things you don't need. Cache Valley Auto Care, behind Home Depot on 200 East in Logan.
DD Auto and Salvage is going to pay you the most for junk vehicles. Get rid of your junk vehicles today. Pickup is available. DD Auto and Salvage in Logan. Call 787-1204. That's 787-1204 today. See store for details.
Logan High School would like to recognize and thank their sponsors of Logan High Football: Wilson Motors, A&D Landscaping, Cache Valley Bank, Murdoch Chevy, Pool Orthodontics, Factory Student Housing, Ogden Clinic, Vintage Muscle, and Duke Building Company.
I'm Lana Powell, and my team and I are here to make insurance simple.
Because we live right here in your community.
And if the unexpected happens, you'll have neighbors you can count on.
Come see us at Lana Powell State Farm, here to help life go right.
Welcome back to Logan High School, home of the Grizzlies, and we're at halftime. We'll go ahead and switch over to our game. Oh, you might not be able to see me. The sun is right behind me. Yeah, that's – well, we'll try. See if you can squeeze in a frame. You might not be able to tell it's us here. It's either that or a blank section of the field. If you're watching us here on CacheValleyDaily.com, Jason Walker, we got Josh Anderson just out of frame. Cameron Joel Eisen here in the background getting a well-earned break here at halftime. As score here, 28-9. Grizzlies started off a little poor, but then last two drives of the half, they get points. A field goal and a touchdown. Went for two, didn't get the two, so they're at 9 points, but much better way to end the half than they started it.
Yeah, they've definitely been playing well the last part of the game. I mean, of the half there. I love how they found they used the speed of their players is what I feel like, and they used their athletes. I mean, they just put them in good situations. Putting Caden Nean going deep and then using him on the goal line, just getting the ball in his hands any way possible can create plays.
I know Caden Nean is one of their big playmakers, and they didn't really go to him a ton. I know he has to play two ways, and it's hard to fully utilize the guy when he has to play so much two different ways, and so they try and limit him to a few snaps maybe on either side. But that's maybe someone you look, maybe try and go deep, because Cedar constantly jumping those short routes, and you got to try and take advantage of that. I think that's something they'll talk about in the halftime locker room. Just ways to counter what Cedar is doing, because they've really prepared incredibly well. You can tell the way that they're playing defense, where they know what Logan is doing. They're reading the plays really well, and so you got to find counters to be like, hey, they're expecting this. Let's do something different when they think it's this, and we counter with something else. Hitch and go, or maybe come in a formation where it looks like you're going to run a certain play, but you run something else. Different ways you can get creative. I know there's a limit to that in high school, because sometimes you got to be a little rigid with these high school kids learning the playbook. But one way or another, you got to find ways to get the ball moving, because the Grizzlies got to catch up, and they got to catch up fast.
And on defense, really, it's just making tackles. They're doing a lot of arm tackles. Coaches are blitzing them, putting them in the right situation. We're just not able to get the quarterback down. We finally were able to put a little pressure, and he was able to throw a pick. But a little more pressure, but it's not just the pressure, it's getting your hands and wrapping up.
So we do have a score update as some of the games around the valley have gotten started. We've got a couple score updates from the Skyview Bear River game. As Skyview, they're up to a 13-0 lead, 7:51 to go in the first quarter. Quick back-to-back scores. They're up 7-0 with 8:22, and then 7:51 mark, they're up 13. So I don't know if there's a pick six or something.
Must be.
Quick turnover and score for the Skyview Bobcats. We're going to go ahead and take a quick break. We'll be back after this. We'll begin the second half. There's only about, 5 minutes on the halftime clock. So we'll be back, and we'll begin the second half here on Crimson Field with this 3A football matchup between the Logan Grizzlies and the Cedar Reds.
Out the judgment.
Hi, can you help me with this? This is better.
Join the judgment-free zone today for $15 a month. Planet Fitness, big fitness energy for all.
There's nothing quite like a great hometown. At the Young Automotive Group's Cache Valley dealerships, it's our privilege to call Logan home. We not only work to provide you with an exceptional customer experience, but take care of the community. We're committed to driving Logan forward. Visit Young Automotive in Logan today.
At Adams Wealth Advisors, they believe that successful wealth management is all about planning. Adams Wealth Advisors is here to help. If you're transitioning a business, searching for the most up-to-date tax strategies, need help managing investments, or need help with estate planning, Adams Wealth Advisors has your back.
Preston Watts Collision and Glass has been your #1 resource for collision repair and auto glass. We specialize in windshield repairs. Competitive prices, call Preston Watts Collision and Glass at 563-3215. We do it right.
Old Gristmill on South Main Logan, 4th North Logan, and now Smithfield offer Cache Valley that famous lunch special and natural bread baked the right way. Get your made-to-order lunch or baked goods at Cache Valley's Best of Northern Utah gold-winning bakery. The Old Gristmill, here for you.
From what's happening in local political elections, to breaking news, to photo galleries and replays of the latest games. If it's happening in our community, it's on CacheValleyDaily.com and the Cache Valley Daily app. Local, relevant news on CacheValleyDaily.com.
Searching for copiers and printers? Les Olson IT has what you need. Find reliable HP printers, award-winning Sharp copiers, and high-end Ricoh graphic systems.
Les Olson IT.
Make it 3 years in a row. Advanced Heating and AC is honored to be Best of Northern Utah Gold Medalist. Thank you for your support and vote of confidence in their company. Advanced Heating and AC online at advancedheating-ac.com.
From day one, right down the street, to present day, all over America, Napa and our nationwide network of parts and exceptional service were built for one mission: to keep your business moving full speed ahead.
When your car starts making that uh-oh noise, bring it to Cache Valley Auto Care. They speak fluent clunk and squeal. They'll fix it right without upselling things you don't need. Cache Valley Auto Care, behind Home Depot on 200 East in Logan.
DD Auto and Salvage is going to pay you the most for junk vehicles. Get rid of your junk vehicles today. Pickup is available. DD Auto and Salvage in Logan. Call 787-1204. That's 787-1204 today. See store for details.
Logan High School would like to recognize and thank their sponsors of Logan High Football: Wilson Motors, A&D Landscaping, Cache Valley Bank, Murdoch Chevy, Pool Orthodontics, Factory Student Housing, Ogden Clinic, Vintage Muscle, and Duke Building Company.
I'm Lana Powell, and my team and I are here to make insurance simple.
Because we live right here in your community.
And if the unexpected happens, you'll have neighbors you can count on.
Come see us at Lana Powell State Farm, here to help life go right.
At Planet Fitness, you'll get energy without the judgment.
Hi, can you help me with this? This is better.
Join the judgment-free zone today for $15 a month. Planet Fitness, big fitness energy for all.
There's nothing quite like a great hometown. At the Young Automotive Group's Cache Valley dealerships, it's our privilege to call Logan home. We not only work to provide you with an exceptional customer experience, but take care of the community. We're committed to driving Logan forward. Visit Young Automotive in Logan today.
At Adams Wealth Advisors, they believe that successful wealth management is all about planning. Adams Wealth Advisors is here to help. If you're transitioning a business, searching for the most up-to-date tax strategies, need help managing investments, or need help with estate planning, Adams Wealth Advisors has your back.
Preston Watts Collision and Glass has been your #1 resource for collision repair and auto glass. We specialize in windshield repairs. Competitive prices, call Preston Watts Collision and Glass at 563-3215. We do it right.
Old Gristmill on South Main Logan, 4th North Logan, and now Smithfield offer Cache Valley that famous lunch special and natural bread baked the right way. Get your made-to-order lunch or baked goods at Cache Valley's Best of Northern Utah gold-winning bakery. The Old Gristmill, here for you.
From what's happening in local political elections, to breaking news, to photo galleries and replays of the latest games. If it's happening in our community, it's on CashValleyDaily.com and the Cache Valley Daily app. Local, relevant news on CashValleyDaily.com.
Searching for copiers and printers? Les Olson IT has what you need. Find reliable HP printers, award-winning Sharp copiers, and high-end Ricoh graphic systems.
Les Olson IT.
Welcome back to Crimson Field. Here on 102.1 FM, 610 AM, the radio home of the Logan Grizzlies for the last 80 years. We're also streaming live on CashValleyDaily.com. Your video experience brought to you by Adams Wealth Advisors. Jason Walker here alongside Josh Anderson as we wait the second half kickoff. The Logan Grizzlies kicking it off as they trail 28-9. They got 9 points late in the half, but they've got a lot of work to do if they want to catch up. Zeke Taylor puts his foot through it, and that's going to go 3 yards deep into the end zone. Kicked it high and deep. He's working on having that college strength in his leg. Doesn't he have another year? Is he a junior or is he a senior? He's a senior. He was their kicker last year. Won that job. There was a bit of a competition throughout the year, and Zeke Taylor ended up pretty clearly winning that. As Cedar will take over on the 20-yard line with the commanding lead. Going to try and have a good, quick start to this third quarter. They could almost put this one away, but the Grizzlies will do everything they can to prevent that. Everett Kelling handing it off to Braxton DeMille, who will be wrapped up 3 yards, we'll call it 4 yards beyond the line of scrimmage, and that's where they'll mark him down.
Yeah, right there, Zeke Taylor was just able to hold on and not get carried this time. Still 1 yard too much, but they were able to get 4. A lot of times you want to try to go 3 or less, but either way, he still was able to hang on, and great job, Zeke Taylor.
Better than some of the longer gains they were allowing in the first half. And now we're at 2nd and 6. Kelling throwing quick, has a man caught first down beyond the 30-yard line. He'll be ushered out of bounds by Clayton Wilkie. But the receiver catching that was Brevin Williams. He only had, I believe, 2 catches coming into the year, but I think he's already got 2 in this game. Hurry up offense for Cedar. Kelling quick throw, finds Williams behind the line of scrimmage, and he'll rush forward and get about 2.
Yeah, Colt Red did a great job. Wilkie was hurried and jammed his receiver. Red read the play and hurrying went and made the tackle.
2nd down and between 7 and 8. I think it's 8. It's hard to tell sometimes on that far sideline. As we've just started here in the third quarter. 10:41 to go here. Cedar motioning their tight end, Brent Martin, across the formation. Nearly getting Logan to jump offside, but a quick throw. Caught, but wrapped up immediately. Only a gain of about 5, so they'll be 3 or 4 yards. Might be just a gain of 4, because I think that's going to set up 3rd and 4, maybe a long 4.
Yeah, Wilkie right there just making a great pass. You know, they gave him a little bit of cushion, broke and make the tackle.
So 3rd down, 4 yards to go. As Cedar lines up for this, trying to get another first down on this drive. Everett Kelling standing in the shotgun. He's got a running back behind him. Tight end to his right and 3 more receivers to his right. He's going to fake the handoff, run it himself across the left side. Breaking, has 1 man to beat. If he can get past him, he will pretty easily. Outran Mason Red, who was trying to get the angle, and it'll be a 61-yard touchdown run for Everett Kelling. A big way to start this second half for the Reds.
Really, a lot of that right receivers almost sit like a little crack back on the end, and it was a pretty much a blindside block there. Big hit there. It cleared the whole lane out, and he was just able to use his speed to the end zone.
So just a couple of minutes, just barely over 2 minutes into this half, and Cedar will go up 35-9. And the Grizzlies will have to respond here on offense, as the defense couldn't quite get it done there. From quotes to claims, State Farm agent Lana Powell, her office makes insurance easy, straightforward advice, flexible options, and a friendly team who's just a call away. State Farm agent Lana Powell. Grizzlies return team out on the field once again as Jace Pingree has done well to get the Grizzlies typically around the 40-yard line, even on these returns. They're short kicks, typically landing between the 5 and 10-yard line. Here from Jace Jamison. Excuse me, Rake Marsh. I read that his number is 13 when he's number 17. Marsh will put his right foot through this one. It'll go to about the 7-yard line. Pingree will catch it, run up the left side, down the left hash, cutting to the outside, getting across the 30. He'll get dragged down at the 33-yard line. I'll call it the 34. That'll set up first down and 10 for the Grizzlies.
Now let's just see what we can do. We were able to put points on the last 2 possessions. Hopefully Coach Butts there has found something that he likes. And I'm excited to see what wrinkles they put in the playbook after that, after halftime.
Easton Favero lining up in the shotgun. Their usual 4 wide receiver set. Mason Birch walks up to the right hip of Favero, who will drop back to pass. Trying to throw quick, nearly undercut, but Pingree gets the reception, and he'll get close to first down yardage. They'll give it to him as he manages to dive and get to the 45-yard line as he's pushed out of bounds. That'll be 11 yards and a first down for the Grizzlies.
Yeah, just a great catch by Pingree and just using that speed to go north and south. He's just got a real knack for that.
9:31 to go here in the quarter. As the Grizzlies once again with 2 wide receivers either side. They'll motion Caden Nean in. They'll run it to him. Trying to find some space. He's wrapped up and thrown down. That was almost a face mask. It'll be second down and 9 as Caden Nean got about a 1, maybe 1.5 yard gain. Score update from Ridgeline Mountain Crest. A big matchup down there on the south end of the valley. Mountain Crest getting the first score. There are 3 minutes left in that first quarter. It's the lowest scoring one so far. Mountain Crest leads 3-0. It's 35-9 here in our matchup as the Grizzlies handing it off on second down. Mason Birch going to fall forward and gain 3. They'll give him 3. Maybe 3.5 if they're generous. They're like right between the 49 and the 50-yard line.
Still one of the best runs of the day right there.
They've struggled on these handoffs. The best runs have been scrambles by Favero.
Yep.
That's probably one of the better design runs of the night. So 3rd and 5 as Caden Avila in the backfield with Favero, 4 wide receivers. Take the handoff, now throw to Pingree. Trying to get the first down, he will do so across the 45, nearly to the 40-yard line. The Grizzlies move the chains once again.
See, they found something there. Some of those like little passes, they're almost considered runs, and then just in putting that ball in the place where they can continue to run, and they're able to get those yak yards, yards after catch.
Favero taking the snap once again, looking to throw. Trying to find that out route, finds Colt Red across the 30-yard line, down to about the 25. That's where they'll mark him down. Gain of 16 for Red on that deep out route. Good pitch and catch there from Favero to Red.
Yeah.
Good rhythm throw. Grizzlies slowing it down. Nate Butts having a bit of a chat with Favero, giving him some exact details on this play. Maybe Butts is seeing something from the defense, trying to let Favero know to look for something. Trips to the right for the Grizzlies, 1 wide receiver to the left. Favero pitching it to Mason Birch on the option. He gets across the 20, down to about the 18.
What I like there about that options is in the past, where it hasn't succeeded, Birch has been almost in the backfield and it's been like a pitch. This was almost like a toss, almost forward. where Favero kept it long enough where he made the defender commit to him, was able to pitch it out to Birch. That was probably the best pitch this season I've seen Favero make to Birch.
7-yard gain, 2nd and 3. Favero to pass, throws, finds Pingree across the 5-yard line. Down to the 3 is where they'll mark him down. Grizzlies have 1st and goal, 3 yards from pay dirt. Or do they call it pay turf?
I love it.
There's not much dirt out there.
Pay turf.
Yeah, turf is rough to play on, but it's what everyone has to play on because it's cheaper than maintaining grass. I played on the grass field in high school, and that thing was a mess by the end of the year.
Yep, so did I.
6:40 to go. It's 35-9. Grizzlies trail, looking to change that. Throw to Birch out of the backfield, trying to get forward. He will. Touchdown, Grizzlies.
What a beautiful drive there, Jason. He just, Coach Butt just found something there, attacking the edges, some of the short passes, using their athletes. Now, the offensive line has been able to give a few more seconds to Favero to throw that ball, and I think that's been the key.
Zeke Taylor coming out for the PAT. His kick is up and good.
Zeke Taylor's extra point is good.
So with 6:31 to go here in the third quarter, score is 35-16. The Grizzlies cutting into Cedar's lead here in this battle of 3A football teams. Grizzlies out of 3A North and Cedar in 3A South. Grizzlies trying to show some of their offensive prowess in this one and hopefully get the defense to come along. Searching for copiers and printers? Les Olson IT has what you need with reliable HP printers, award-winning sharp copiers, and high-end Ricoh graphic system. All that and more at Les Olson IT. So that's Favero's second touchdown pass of the day. He's thrown one to Caden Nean, and he's thrown one now to Mason Birch.
Well, it was, like I said, Mason Birch made a couple really good, he had a good run and a couple good catches there. Just utilizing him, he hasn't had much success until that drive all game.
Long kick from Zeke Taylor. It's fielded right at the end line, the end zone line, and he'll get 1 yard more than he would have if he would have let it go. He'll get to the 21, and so that's where Cedar will take over with 6:24 to go here in the third quarter. This quarter's gone by fast. We're halfway through this quarter. It feels like we just barely started the quarter.
Love it.
But we're already...
Logan's moving the ball, too. This is what you love.
Everett Kelling lining up in the backfield. Got his running back next to him, motioning wide receiver across the formation. Hands it off to the running back number 35, Braxton DeMille, and he'll be ushered out after a 5-yard gain.
One of the things that I've also noticed, they're definitely running away from Graydon Olson.
Yeah, I'd probably run it away from him too. 6:18 to go here, 2nd and 5 for the Reds, who lead this one 35-16. Feels like they're slowing it down a bit here. Of course, can't run any time off the clock since the last play went out of bounds. But Kelling with 3 wide receivers, got a tight end on the left side of the formation. Handoff to DeMille, the running back, and he will power forward for 7 yards, and he'll get first down yardage for the Reds. He'll get up to the 33-yard line.
See, and that's what Cedar wants to do. They want to run this clock, get those first downs, get those 5 and 6 yards, those chunk yardage plays, and just keep, like I said, keep running that clock down.
Honest work, fair prices, no upsells, no pressure at Cache Valley Auto Care. They'll treat your car and you the way they would want to be treated. Cedar with 4 wide receivers. Motioning one to the near sideline here. quick throw, screen pass to the running back, Braxton DeMille, and he's going to get wrapped up, thrown down for about a 3-yard loss as the Grizzlies get to him behind the line. Good play there from the defense, swarming. They had multiple guys there to make sure DeMille had absolutely nowhere to go.
And you see, with the offense having a little success, the defense is starting to rally, and so you hope they can just keep making those big plays.
2nd down and 4 as we're about to cross under 5 minutes to play here in the 3rd quarter. Kelling with 3 wide receivers to his right, motioning his running back to that side as well. He'll look to pass, roll to his right, facing a bit of pressure, throwing it long. His receiver wasn't quite ready for it, and it was overthrown anyway. Good coverage there from Colt Red.
Yeah, Colt Red had great coverage there. He was covered the whole way. Great pressure on the quarterback, just had to throw it through deep, but there is a flag on the play, it looks like.
Where was the flag at? Oh, it's at the line of scrimmage. Holding on the offense, and they're going to decline it, which it's kind of a tricky decision because you can have 2nd and 25 or 3rd and 15.
Yeah.
And it's like both of those are very attractive options. But the Grizzlies like their chances on 3rd and 15. We'll see if it pays off for them. As they've done a little bit better guarding these deep passes, as Everett Kelling does have one deep pass that he hit right on target, as they got a 48-yard pass. We'll see if they can find something here at deep. Kelling to throw. Facing pressure, he'll be sacked.
There we go.
Grizzlies get to him. Connor Chelsea.
I love that because they're finally wrapping up. That's what I've wanted. We've had him in our arms at least 3 different times and finally wrapped him up. Great job, Connor.
That'll force a punt from the Reds. Of course, this is their quarterback who is their punter. Kelling is back there, but I can't imagine they're going to get too cute here. As they'll snap it to him, makes the catch. Rugby-style punt, line drive, and that goes over the head of Pingree. He kind of misjudged that. Lucky that it didn't roll further, as those kind of punts can roll forever, but it only rolled for about 8 yards. Oh, it was Birch, I think, back there. I thought it was Pingree. But it'll be Logan Grizzly ball with 4:04 to go here in the 3rd quarter. I was going to make a 4:04 not found joke, and I just couldn't think of one.
There you go.
You won't find the give up in the Grizzlies. They trail 35-16. They have points on their last 3 drives as they found a spark on offense, and they just barely got a spark on defense. We'll see what they've got here on this drive.
See if we get a big play here. I almost want to try something deep.
Vivero handing it off to Avila. Takes a big hit, but he'll get 4 yards on 1st down.
Hey, that's still great for 1st down right now. Big hit. He took a big hit there.
We got a man down for the Grizzlies, one of the offensive linemen.
Yeah, big number 77 still down.
He was face down, now he rolls over, takes a seat on the turf. They'll have a look. We'll keep it here from the time being. We'll update you on a score as Skyview leads Bear River 20-0 on the last score update. Indeed, it's 9:53 to go in the 2nd quarter. Skyview with the 20-point lead.
And the good thing is it looks
they're stretching out his legs.
They're stretching out his legs, which 9 times out of it, I would almost say 99 times out of 100, that is a cramp. Those suck that it's still in the 3rd quarter that he's having those, because once you start getting those cramps, it's hard to not have them, but at least no serious injury.
Yeah, you don't want any serious injuries for him. He's really trying to work through that and get into the sideline. At Advanced Heating and Air Conditioning, you can schedule your service call on their website, advancedheating-ac.com. That's advancedheating-ac.com. You can find Advanced Heating and Air Conditioning. So we've got 2nd and kind of a long 5 for the Grizzlies. 3:40 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Favero to pass. Throwing, has a man over the middle. It's dropped. He had a couple of hands on it, but it was thrown a bit low. Caden Nean trying to haul that one in.
Yeah, and he had to throw it low. It just was a little too low. Two guys around Kadanian, and he just did the best he could. Just a little low.
So Favero getting the play call from Nate Butts. Third, and we'll call it 6. As they need to get to the 44-yard line. They are currently on the 38. The Grizzlies might just have to go for it on 4th down anyway. They need 3 scores in these next 15 minutes of game time. Favero to throw. Cedar brings 6. Long throw. Grizzlies trying to haul it in. A flag thrown.
There we go.
As pass interference will be called against Cedar. Logan's wide receiver, though, still down on the ground. He landed hard. I can't see who it is. There's a bunch of guys blocking him. I don't know if they're going to stop play because he's technically off the field, but he's also really close to the field. So we might do a quick injury timeout anyway. We'll see what the referees do here.
Pass interference on the Reds.
Player is off the field. So yeah, we're going to have a quick injury timeout. He's close enough to the field that they want to make sure. Heck, his feet might be on the sideline. It's hard for me to see because it's right on this near sideline, and I can't quite see. But it was the wide receiver who was interfered with for that 15-yard gain that's given the Grizzlies the ball on across midfield. They're now on the plus 46-yard line. Reminder that today's video experience is powered by Adams Wealth Advisors. Adams Wealth Advisors wants to understand your family, job, hobbies, and goals in earning your financial trust. Visit adamswealthadvisors.com to schedule a time with an advisor today.
Little update, scoreboard update. Ridgeline is now up 8-3. They got Nate Dahl for a touchdown and a 2-point conversion by Crew Jones.
Big rivalry game down there. I forget. I think it's in Millville, I believe. Big rivalry game. I've witnessed live some amazing games between the Riverhawks and Mustangs. But we're here on Crimson Field, here on KVNU, home of the Logan Grizzlies. As we restart play, Logan with the ball. Favero to pass, throws short. He's got Pingree, makes a man miss at the line of scrimmage, sneaks through, ducks underneath an arm tackle, and he'll end up getting 7 yards for all his effort. The man who went down earlier, Riley Cora, he is coming back in the game after that cramp. He'll line back up at right guard there.
Yeah, stretch him out, try to get some fluid in him. And just keep walking, don't stop.
I believe it was Colt Red was the young man who went down earlier. He's working on the sideline. Favero to throw again. Throwing short. He's got Mason Birch trying to get out of a tackle. He will not. And they'll be dragged down about almost 5 yards behind the line of scrimmage, making things more difficult on this 3rd down. Cedar brought the pressure and then managed to make a great open field tackle on Birch, who might have got the 1st down.
Yeah, if he just breaks that one, then he's still running because they did bring the house there.
So it's 3rd and about 7. 1:43 to go here in this 3rd quarter. Grizzlies can make it. I don't think they can make it a 2-possession game with a touchdown here. Favero rolling out to right, throwing. He's got a man and just overthrew him inches beyond the fingertips of William Ward.
Just inches there. Beautiful throw. I still like those deep throws. Logan's definitely got some speed advantages that we're seeing here for the deep routes, and just inches right there.
And the Grizzlies are going for it. I don't think they hesitated for one moment. They went for it all on that last play, it's one of those where they were trying to counter Cedar biting on those shorter routes. Is exactly what we were looking to see from them. Just didn't quite work out what they wanted. So it'll be 4th down and 7 yards to go. Favero from the gun. 3 wide receivers to his left. He'll look to his right, though, initially. Rolling right. Trying to find some yardage. He's going to scramble. Trying to dive for that 1st down marker.
He should have it.
They're going to mark him short, I think.
No.
They're marking him about half a yard shy. And he was close. His knee might have come down. They barely moved the sticks to shift for Cedar possession. That was rough as he just needed.
I don't know. I thought he had it there, Jason. I know it was close, and I'm not. That's on the other side from where we are, but I thought he had it.
I thought he had it too. He was trying to dive for it.
It's like he dove for it, and if his knee came down, I thought the ball would have been forward. It's almost like they spotted where the knee was and not the ball.
Kelling scrambles, or maybe a designed run. As he gets past the defense, he's going to outrun the Grizzlies. Zeke Taylor going to try and shoestring tackle him. He won't even quite try, as it's going to be a touchdown. First play after the turnover on downs, and Cedar capitalizes with a long touchdown run from their quarterback, who's now got 2 of those.
Yeah, he just ran straight up. We put pressure on, couldn't get him down in the backfield, and he literally just cut the defense apart and ran right up the middle. Ran through a couple arm tackles and then just used his speed to outrun everybody else.
A brutal turn of events as the Grizzlies were maybe thinking about making this a 35-24 game. That's as close as they could have gotten if they got a touchdown and 2-point conversion. But instead, it will be 41-16. We got a flag as they're about to kick the PAT. Grizzlies indicating it's on Cedar. It will be. It's a false start. So they're going to back him up 5 yards. And they'll kick the PAT from the 15 instead of the 10. Well, that's where the T is being set down. Ball is spotted at the 7. Excuse me, the 8-yard line. And so Cedar will attempt from there. Snap, good. Hold, good. Kick is good. So with 1:11 to go here in the third quarter, Cedar has completely seized control of this game and maybe just about iced it with that touchdown, putting any doubt out of anyone's mind as to who will likely win this matchup between the Grizzlies and the Reds. 42-16 our score. Reminder, we'll have our Old Grist Mill bread and butter play of the game. A few candidates. We'll give you the details. We'll announce it after the game. You'll have a chance to call in to, not tomorrow, on Monday, to the KVNU Morning Show. They'll call for it, and you'll have a chance to call in and win 4 free loaves of bread. In the Old Grist Mill, they've got locations in Smithfield, Logan, and South Logan. And if you haven't tried their fantastic breakfast sandwiches at those locations, you really need to. You're going to love it, I guarantee it. It's the Old Grist Mill in Smithfield, Logan, and South Logan. Cedar's going to kick toward the south end of Logan here. Putting the right foot through the ball, getting it as deep as they've gotten down to the 4-yard line. Pingree returning from there, trying to get around the defense, squirming through a couple of tackles, and Cedar slowly improving their kick coverage as they've Pingree getting only to the 26-yard line.
Slowly right there.
Grizzlies take over with 1:04 to go in this third quarter.
They've still found something. The last 4 drives have been fantastic for the offense. Even a half yard there, which is controversial in my opinion. Probably correct, but
we'll have to go back and watch that on the stream afterward.
But let's see. They found something on the edges and deep. Looking to see what they do this time.
Favero in the gun, looking to his right, rolling right. He's got a man. Will Ward snags it. He gained 9. Yeah, they'll call it 9 yards. That's about where I thought he was. That'll set up 2nd and 1. They'll be able to run maybe 1 or 2 more plays here in this quarter. There's 45 seconds to go in the third. As the Grizzlies already lining up, they got 3 wide receivers to the wide side, this near sideline, watching on your screen. They motion Avila out of the backfield. They throw to him, trying to get some blockers, trying to get to the edge, trying to get that first down yardage, and
ooh, it's close. I don't know if he got it.
They're going to mark him for basically no gain. And that'll set up 3rd and 1. Maybe even like a foot loss. They're about to set it on the 35, and then they moved it a foot behind the 35.
Which, I don't know. I didn't like the spot there, and I don't like the spot here.
Cedar with 6 guys at the line of scrimmage looking to bring pressure. Pass run option, and Favero keeps it, throws it to Graydon Olson, who reels it in around the tight defense. He'll gain about 8 yards. That'll be a first down. And we'll see if they try and run more play. There's 18 seconds left. Clock has started after the temporary stoppage for the first down yardage.
Let's just see how it goes.
11 seconds now.
This is when you can. This is when usually you try like a trick play or something, if you can get it off a second before, and they do.
They will run a play here. Favero looking deep and into the hands of the defenders. Favero was trying to find Colt Red, not super well thrown, and the final play of the third quarter will be an interception by Bryson Williams of Cedar. Although there is a flag in the backfield. I don't know if it's holding, roughing the passer. Could be a host of things. Trying to figure out, looking at his personal foul, roughing the passer. So the
Keeps the drive alive.
The Grizzlies will maintain possession of the ball, and I believe that's an untimed down, if my grasp of the rules is correct. Well, we got to get the clock reset. We've had a temporary. Well, I guess it doesn't matter. It's an untimed down. Doesn't really matter what the clock says. Should say 42-16 for the Grizzlies.
Hey, we're just trying to get 60 minutes in the fourth quarter, right?
Yeah, Grizzlies could use that for a comeback here. I think they're trying to figure out. Oh, they might just be going to the quarter break as teams are going to the sidelines. So I think that's what we're going to have. We're going to have the quarter break at the end of 3. Logan Grizzlies trail this one 42-16 to the Cedar Reds. We'll be back after this here on KVNU 102.1 FM, 610 AM, and streaming online at CashValleyDaily.com.
In a row, Advanced Heating and AC is honored to be Best of Northern Utah Gold Medalist. Thank you for your support and vote of confidence in their company. Advanced Heating and AC, online at advancedheating-ac.com.
From day one, right down the street, to present day, all over America, Napa and our nationwide network of parts and exceptional service were built for one mission: to keep your business moving full speed ahead.
And we're back here on CashValleyDaily.com as well as on KVNU. They didn't switch field, did they?
They didn't.
Is it the fourth quarter or is it not?
Maybe this is
Favero's back
down.
to throw. It's first down. They'll throw the pass. Favero went down again on the pass rush. He's a bit slow to get up, has to be helped up.
But that's where they didn't start the clock. So maybe they did it then. Start of the fourth.
So now they're going back to the sideline. So maybe somebody called timeout. I don't know what happened.
I think that's your untimed down right
We had
there.
like a timeout before the untimed down. So I guess now it's the end. I've had 2 different false starts on these end of quarters. We're going to keep it here though. We already had a break here. Actually, we're going to go ahead and take a quick break. We'll be back after this.
Making that uh-oh noise? Bring it to Cache Valley Auto Care. They speak fluent clunk and squeal. They'll fix it right without upselling things you don't need. Cache Valley Auto Care, behind Home Depot on 200 East in Logan.
DD Auto and Salve pay you the most for junk vehicles. Get rid of your junk vehicles today. Pickup is available. DD Auto and Salvage in Logan. Call 787-1204. That's 787-1204 today. See store for...
And we're back here on KVNU as well as streaming live on CashValleyDaily.com. As the Grizzlies face 2nd and 10, as now we have indeed begun the fourth quarter. Favero looking to throw, finds Caden Nean in the backfield, making some defenders miss, and he'll get across the 35-yard line. They'll get him at the 34. That's a gain of about 7.
And like I said, they instead of running it, they've done these short passes that's almost an extension of the run, and then just seeing if they can put their players in a position to to break a tackle and move.
We've got a Logan Grizzly player on the field. I believe that's Nian.
I know. Oh, looks like he's got some cramps too.
As he's stretching out that right leg. 11:40 to go here in this fourth quarter. As we'll have a brief injury timeout. Some score updates. Ridgeline leading 14-3. They're about halfway through the second quarter, probably a little further. It was a few minutes since we got that update. And then Skyview leads Bear River 27-3 late in the second quarter. So we're advancing a little further in this game. We started this game at 6, all those teams starting at 7. Of course, even by then, like, they're in the second quarter, we're in the fourth. I guess we're not that, because basically it's like 2 quarters. It's about half a game ahead. So not too crazy. Grizzlies lining up once again. They face 3rd and 4. Favero in the gun. Hands it off to the running back and is met in the backfield. And he'll lose half a yard. Mason Burt's the man trying to gain the yardage. He will not. And the Grizzlies, even without being down 42-16, would probably go for it on 4th down in this part of the field anyway. They're on the 35-yard line. They need to make it to the 31. They'll line up with 2 wide receivers either side. Graydon Olson and I believe Will Ward on this near sideline, if I can read numbers from this angle. Favero to throw. Trying to find a man. He's just going to try and scramble. I thought he was going to scramble. If he'd have been decisive, he might have got it. But some of the running lanes he was looking for closed, and he ends up going down for basically no gain.
Yeah, Jason, I'm with you. I think if he goes north and south, I think he can actually get that. He got to the yard of scrimmage, went sideways looking for someone, and that just made him hesitate a little bit to where Cedar was able to catch up to him and get him for no yardage.
Got another Logan player, perhaps cramping up, as the trainer earning her paycheck here with some of these Grizzlies. Doesn't look like we've had any serious injuries so far. But another player as we're trying to get through this game unharmed, as the result is very likely already been decided with this current spread, 42-16, with just under 11 minutes to play here in this fourth quarter. A reminder again, though, Logan High Coach is one of the sponsors of this game here on Cache Valley Daily, and I would like to say thanks to all our generous sponsors for their support of Logan High School football. We're going to go ahead and take a quick break as they attend to this injured player. We'll come back as soon as they're able to get up and off the field. We'll be back here on 102.1 FM, 610 AM KVNU, as well as streaming online at CacheValleyDaily.com.
Logan High School would like to recognize and thank their sponsors of Logan High Football: Wilson Motors, A&D Landscaping, Cache Valley Bank, Murdoch Chevy, Pool Orthodontics, Factory Student Housing, Ogden Clinic, Vintage Muscle, and Duke Building Company.
I'm Lana Powell, and my team and I are here to make insurance simple.
Because we live right here in your community.
And if the unexpected happens, you'll have neighbors you can count on.
Come see us at Lana Powell State Farm, here to help life go right.
We're back here at Crimson Field as the right tackle of the Grizzlies, Lalo Milan, was down on the field. He was able to work his way off the field. They'll tend to him on the sideline as the Grizzlies now on defense after the turnover on down. Cedar with the ball with 10:40 to go here in this game. Swing pass to the running back and some room to run across the 50, trying to tiptoe the sideline. They'll say he was out of bounds. Shades of that Miles Davis run for the Aggies. Of course, he was called inbounds.
Even though he was out of bounds.
Yeah, I think everyone except the people who reviewed that play thought he was out of bounds.
Yep.
Including all the Aggie fans. At least most of the Aggie fans.
We'll take it.
They'll take it. Certainly take that one. As it stands, they marked number 6, Gavin DeMille. So there's not one of those DeMilles. I don't know how many of them they have. I think I counted roster, and I think I missed him. I counted 5 on the roster, and I think I missed him. 4 or 5. That might be 5. As Cedar has the ball on the Grizzlies' 45-yard line with 10.5 minutes to go. Motioning man across the formation and the flag, and I think we're going to have a delay of game. Unless they call the timeout, but I think they're just going to take the delay. I've never seen, there we go. I was about to say, like, wasn't sure what that signal was.
Yeah, signal.
He was crossing his arm over his chest instead of the regular delay of games. But it'll be first down and 15, ball now on the 50-yard line. 10.5 minutes to play. Everett Kelling with the ball, hands it off to Braxton DeMille, getting through the line, wrapped up and then thrown down by Mason Birch, but not after a gain of 10 yards to put the ball on the Grizzlies' 40.
No, they blitzed the linebacker, and he just needs to settle down on his speed. Once he gets behind, read and see where it is. He went in a little too fast there.
Kelling with 2 receivers to this near sideline. A tight end on the right end of the formation and a wide receiver out right. He's going to send one receiver in motion to the right side. He'll roll that way. Now looks back left, trying to find his tight end who snuck across the formation. And he's going to get some big yardage here. Gets across the 30, almost to the 25-yard line. Gets the first down easily on the pitch and catch.
That's one of those that that was a design play. But typically you don't recommend rolling out and throwing across your body to the right. But
that's clearly like he rolled out, planted
big
his
tight
feet.
end, wide open, and great pitch, great catch.
Brent Martin, who's got I believe he had a touchdown earlier in the game, if I recall correctly. I might not recall correctly. I'm not known for my perfect memory here. Kelling going to hand this one off. Now a reverse going around the right side. They're going to reverse pass, and he's wide open. It'll be a touchdown for the Reds. A perfectly executed reverse pass as Braden Cranen catches the pass thrown by Dylan Crowley.
I'll tell you, I mean, that's one of those that you wonder why you showed that on film when you're this far up. But beautiful. I mean, we've got some of our seconds in that they're starting to rotate some of the other players in. And right there, you just caught one of the DBs looking in the backfield, trying to make a play on the catch, and great throw, and he was wide open.
So that makes it 48, and now with the PAT, 49-16. Cedar with the lead here in this one. Reminder, this game sponsored by Cache Valley Daily, where you can view this game. Download the app for replays and photo galleries of this and all the latest games in Cache Valley, plus local news and information about what's going on in our community. And of course,
Jason, we've got a scoreboard update. Finally, we've got halftime. Green Canyon is up 6-0 on Stansbury. Skyview's up 27-10 on Bear River with 2 minutes to go in the second. And Skyview's up 27-3 on Bear River.
No, it's 27-10.
Oh, it's 27-10 now?
Yeah, you read that one, and then there was the earlier update.
27-10.
That
was quick.
Yeah, we don't have an update on the Ridgeline game. We'll get one of those for you as soon as we get the message from our Ridgeline broadcasters who are calling that game out in Millville.
Yeah, the last time it was 14-3 is the last Ridgeline update we had with 5 minutes to go in the second.
Cedar will look to kick off as the moon rises above the mountains and the clouds. Scenic here in beautiful Cache Valley here at Crimson Field. Basically every high school field here. I think that's either, might be a legal substitution. Like one of the Grizzlies players was late coming off the field. Well, the back judge was calling a delay of game, but I think they were halting the play because one of the Grizzlies players was coming off. So either they're waving the flag off because it was the Grizzlies' fault that the play was being delayed. So, but they were going to initially call a delay on Cedar. We're going to have the kickoff. Pingree will catch it at the 8-yard line outside the left hash, running down the sideline, weaving back inside. He'll get to the 40-yard line again, getting a good return getting back to some of those good returns after he'd had a couple of okay 20-yard returns. Like, you're a good returner when 20 yards on a return is okay.
Yeah. Yeah, and he's showing that he's got that athleticism. Like I said, I just love, like, if you want to be a kickoff returner, you've got to watch him. He just hits that, and he just zips to full speed and just goes at the defenders running at him full speed.
9:31 to go here in this game as the Grizzlies a little too far behind here, likely to make a difference, but trying to salvage some pride here, make some improvements. They've had some good plays in this second half, but haven't finished drives as well as they were kind of in the middle part of the game. Favero to throw. He's going to throw about 8 yards down the line of scrimmage. It'll be caught by Jace Pingree for a gain of 5. I don't like that spot. Thought it was 6 or 7 yards. They're going to give him 5.
That's what I thought too. That's where he ended. They didn't give him the. They didn't give him
the forward
progress.
And it's not like he ran backwards to avoid that forward progress. He was tackled backwards. 2 wide receivers to either side. Will Ward, Graydon Olson on this near sideline. Jace Pingree on the left. Favero going to look that way. He's going to look for Pingree and swat it away. Good defense there. That'll set up 3rd and 5 for the Grizzlies. 8:49 to go in this one. Grizzlies will probably only get a couple more possessions, depending on how well Cedar can run the clock out. And Cedar could get the ball with around, if the Grizzlies can't convert here, they would probably be getting the ball with 8 minutes to play. But the Grizzlies are going to try and convert here. See what tricks they have up their sleeve. Favero rolling to the right. There's a flag thrown. Probably going to, whatever happens here is going to get called back for holding. And Graydon Olson,
are they going to give it to him?
No, they did not. The ball's laying behind his back. And again, it does not matter anyways. I think we're going to have a holding called on the offense. Yeah, it is indeed holding. That's what the referee is telling the head judge, who will inform us. Well, they're going to ask Cedar, who's going to see if they're going to decline. They're going to back him up. They're saying they're probably going to go for it anyway, so we want them to face 3rd and 15 as opposed to 4th and 5.
Yep.
Betting that they can stop them on 3rd and 15 and earn better than 4th and 5. Grizzlies probably just going to go for it anyway after these 2 downs, but we'll see as they bring out about as much speed as they can get. Jace Pingree and Kean Naylor out there on the far sideline. Favero's going to look that way. He's going to throw it long, trying to find Pingree, and it's going to be intercepted by the Reds. And trying to return it, Keaton Cox diving around the defender, still on his feet, across the 45, across the 40. Only a couple guys to beat, got to beat an offensive lineman. He's going to dance around, and he's going to go all the way to the end zone. As it's a pick 6 for the Reds and a couple of flags thrown.
That's typically an unsportsmanlike or a taunting after the play.
Referee threw a flag and his hat, so he's indicating there's multiple penalties here. After the play, the touchdown will stand. Of that I am fairly certain. Referee, he might be calling things on both sides. He was pointing to Logan, he's pointing to Cedar. They're figuring out exactly what this penalty is, discussing what's going on here. As Cedar bringing out their PAT team and the Grizzlies bringing out their kick block squad. As we're fully awaiting what's going on here with a penalty this complicated, we're not likely to get a full explanation here. We're still waiting for the referees to make a call here. Trying to figure out what happened. Long discussion.
This is when you'll hope they keep their cool and don't do anything stupid.
Head judge coming out, and we'll get the signals of what happened here. So indeed it is a touchdown. We have a personal foul on the defense. Looks like so there's offsetting personal fouls here. And for how long he talked, you wonder if any of them got ejected. Yeah, indeed, one of the players got ejected. I think one of the Grizzlies players? Again, without the microphones, it's impossible for us to tell. It looks like he gestured toward Logan and then did the ejection. Wonder if he got penalized for retaliating against the personal foul that went against him. The referee is going and talking, I think. Not sure exactly what's happening here. Nate Butt's gonna he's gonna talk to the official to get exactly what's happening. It's a lot of extracurriculars in a game that's pretty much already in hand for Cedar. We can't be having emotions getting to him, but it's a lot of young kids. It ends up being a teaching moment for them. Reminder that your video experience is powered by Adams Wealth Advisors. They want to understand your family, job, hobbies, and goals to earn your financial trust. Visit AdamsWealthAdvisors.com to schedule a time with an advisor today. Still having the conversation with Nate Butts. He's going to explain her that one of his players has been ejected from the game is what I'm guessing, based on what I can read of the body language and little signals he's making. I think Butt's trying to figure out exactly what was said or done so they can figure out what's going on later. I don't know who. I have no clue who. So and we'll likely keep it that way. We won't speculate as to who got ejected. So a lineup for the PAT with 8:14 to go here, and Cedar will make the PAT. It'll be 56-16.
And you should have a running clock. Should.
At this point, the clock will run, I think, once they get the kickoff going. As this game well in hand, 40 points between these two teams as Cedar has dominated pretty much this whole way through. Logan keeping pace for about the middle 15 minutes, I'd say, of this game, where they got their 16 points, but Cedar probably still outscored them in that time span. The Grizzlies just couldn't keep up the offensive pace that they needed to in this one. So Cedar will line up to kick once again. 8:14 to go here, as you said. As we'll get another kick. Foot through it, and Pingree will field it once again. Running up the right hash, getting across the 25, and that's where things will end on that play as the Grizzlies with the ball once again, coming back after that pick six. Vivero's thrown 3 interceptions. One of those doesn't really matter. It was at the end of the half on a Hail Mary. All it does is lower his stats. So the Grizzlies coming back out. Vivero will be out there. Most of the starters for the Grizzlies out there on the field as, again, they look to try and salvage something from this game. Some of their pride and learn a few things. Vivero, quick throw, gets Will Ward the ball, and he'll get across the 30-yard line. No, they're going to mark him on the 30-yard line. Students still bringing the energy. They're shaking the stands.
They are. Band still playing.
The problem is they shake the stands, and I've got my score clock pointed at the scoreboard, and I'm worried it's going to shake that. 7:17 to go here. Quick throw to Pingree on the wide receiver bubble screen. Pingree trying to fight through the arm tackles, and he'll eventually go down after a 2-yard gain. 3rd down and 4 now, as we'll cross under 7 minutes to play in this one. 56-16 our point spread as Cedar has maintained control throughout. 5 wide receivers for the Grizzlies, though one of them is tight end Graydon Olson. 3 wide receivers on the right, one motioning that way. Favero pitching it to Pingree, I believe, and he'll get the first down, getting to the 37, or between the 37 and 38-yard line. We'll see which one.
And that was a great job by Pingree. He knew where the first down was. He lowered his head and drove till he got it.
So that'll give the Grizzlies a first down. It'll be 10 yards to go from the their own 38-yard line. Under 6.5 minutes to play. Favero in the gun. He's got 5 wide receivers. Trying to step up in the pocket now, being chased. Throws it long. Intercepted once again by the Grizzlies. Dragged down by the Reds, Graydon Olson dragging the defender who came up with that ball down. It was Brayson Williams. I think that might be his second of the game.
I think so. I think it is.
And Graydon Olson, the one with the tackle. Clock stops. It shouldn't have stopped. And I believe we're supposed to have a running clock at this point. Well, I'm not sure if it stops anyway for turnovers and scores. I'm not sure what they do wind the clock now, so maybe it does technically stop at some point. I don't know all the rules of the ins and outs and specifics of these high school rules. Backups in for Cedar. They hand the ball off to running back number 31. I do not have a 31 on my roster. They say it's Tobias LeClaire. I have him as number 56 on my roster. Or is that number 37? Excuse me. Maddox Giles. Hard to read these numbers from this far out. Just over 5 minutes to play. So the backups in, and that includes Jackson Mann, the junior quarterback, who is in. He'll hand it off to Giles, who will run inside the right tackle. He'll be dragged down 1 yard shy of the line to gain as we cross under 5 minutes to play.
And really
on Crimson Field.
Yeah, Logan just needs to keep their cool. I know there's a lot of emotions down there. You've got some seconds in. You never know when these reps are going to be so valuable. Like, first, next man up, these guys could be playing next week. And so get on film, work on your technique, and maybe potentially earn a spot to get more playing time.
Under 10 seconds on the play clock for the Reds. They'll try and get this snap off. They do. Option play, pitching it to the running back. He's got room to run. He gets across the 20-yard line. That's where he'll be upended. Giles with the run there. The announcer's saying it's Tobias LeClaire. I've got Maddox Giles. I pulled this one off of their Max Preps page, so that's where I got this roster from. Again, quarterback Jackson Mann in there. He's got next to him Owen Burton now, number 15, the running back, as they're just running the ball. We're under 4 minutes to play here as they're just trying to drain some clock here without running up the score. Handoff to Burton up the middle, wrapped up for a 3-yard gain. As we're under 3.5 minutes to play. Try and get some score updates here. As it's 2nd and 7. We haven't had any score updates since the ones we gave earlier. Green Canyon up 6-0 over Stansbury at halftime, and 27-10 lead for Skyview and Bear River, a game that is likely at halftime, or maybe just out of halftime now. Likely just haven't had any scores to update since those marks were made. Run on second down. Burton falling ahead to set up what will likely be a 3rd and 1. They're on the 12-yard line. As we're under 2.5 minutes to play. Third and 2 for Cedar. They'll snap this with about 2:10 to go here in the game. Handoff to Burton, met in the backfield and will be dragged down for no gain. Maybe a half-yard loss. As we're under 2 minutes to play, and Cedar will likely just go for it here, unless you want to kick it. Maybe you try and get your kicker a practice on a field goal?
Nah, you got to go for it.
4th and 3. I think they're just going to let the clock run. They'll let it run down to about 122, maybe 123. And they'll call time and stop the clock, which has been running for a minute here. Quite a few minutes here. And there's the timeout, 1:24 it'll read on the 4th quarter clock. As these two teams will go huddle up quickly, and we'll probably have a 4th down run by Cedar. And if they get it, they'll kneel out the clock. If they don't, the Grizzlies will run a few plays. And we'll all just about be on our way out of here. We'll try and have Logan head coach Nate Butts on the post-game show. See what the Grizzlies try to learn from this game here. It'll be a 3rd straight loss for the Grizzlies. They'll try and, they've got Northridge next week, which that's not going to be any easier than their last 3 opponents.
It won't.
And that one will also be at home. We will not be on the road until, I think, still a couple more weeks. We come out of the timeout, and we'll wind the clock now, I think. Well, maybe not. And here comes the run. It's a quarterback run, and he will get it, I believe. They mark him down at the 10. They needed to make it's hard from this angle. I'm not sure if they needed the 10 or the 11, but it looks like they're going to get it. I think. Yep, 1st down, and we will see the end of this one shortly. As Cedar will send on a couple of different players, mostly the backup brigade for both teams here. As they'll now run a couple of plays. They'll run, see, this is my pet peeve, Josh.
They should nail it down.
Victory formation from the shotgun.
No.
It's a weird pet peeve. Maybe I'm just old-fashioned and I feel like you should be able to snap it from under center.
You should.
But they do kneel it down for a loss of like 4 yards.
You should. One more play.
That's what we will have. There's 29 on the play clock, 35 on the game clock, so they'll kneel it one more time. And that'll be game here at Logan High School. Just waiting, and now they'll take the snap, kneel it down one more time. And that'll be it. Final 15 seconds are winding down off the clock. Teams are already coming out onto the field. Cedar celebrating what is a 56-16 domination of the Logan Grizzlies, who will fall to their 3rd straight loss. And Cedar will advance to 4-0 on the season. We'll take a break and we'll be back with some post-game thoughts. Again, we'll try and get head coach Nate Butts on the show. We'll also announce our Old Grist Mill bread and butter play of the game. A couple of candidates, a couple of those touchdowns that the Grizzlies scored. We'll announce which of those plays is the one you can call in and tell the KVNU Morning Show about and have a chance to win free bread courtesy of the Old Grist Mill. We'll also give our Napa Auto Parts best part of the game. Again, your final score here, 56-16. We'll be back after this on KVNU 102.1 FM, 610 AM, and streaming online at CashValleyDaily.com.
Judgment.
Hi, can you help me with this? This is better.
Join the judgment-free zone today for $15 a month. Planet Fitness, big fitness energy for all.
There's nothing quite like a great hometown. At the Young Automotive Group's Cache Valley dealerships, it's our privilege to call Logan home. We not only work to provide you with an exceptional customer experience, but take care of the community. We're committed to driving Logan forward. Visit Young Automotive in Logan today.
At Adams Wealth Advisors, they believe that successful wealth management is all about planning. Adams Wealth Advisors is here to help. If you're transitioning a business, searching for the most up-to-date tax strategies, need help managing investments, or need help with estate planning, Adams Wealth Advisors has your back.
Preston Watts Collision and Glass has been your #1 resource for collision repair and auto glass. We specialize in windshield repairs. Competitive prices, call Preston Watts Collision and Glass at 563-3215. We do it right.
Old Gristmill on South Main Logan, 4th North Logan, and now Smithfield offer Cache Valley that famous lunch special and natural bread baked the right way. Get your made-to-order lunch or baked goods at Cache Valley's Best of Northern Utah gold-winning bakery. The Old Gristmill, here for you.
From what's happening in local political elections, to breaking news, to photo galleries and replays of the latest games. If it's happening in our community, it's on CashValleyDaily.com and the Cache Valley Daily app. Local, relevant news on CashValleyDaily.com.
Searching for copiers and printers? Les Olson IT has what you need. Find reliable HP printers, award-winning sharp copiers, and high-end Ricoh graphic systems.
Les Olson IT.
Make it 3 years in a row. Advanced Heating and AC is honored to be Best of Northern Utah Gold Medalist. Thank you for your support and vote of confidence in their company. Advanced Heating and AC, online at advancedheating-ac.com.
From day one, right down the street, to present day, all over America, Napa and our nationwide network of parts and exceptional service were built for one mission: to keep your business moving full speed ahead.
When your car starts making that uh-oh noise, bring it to Cache Valley Auto Care. They speak fluent clunk and squeal. They'll fix it right without upselling things you don't need. Cache Valley Auto Care, behind Home Depot on 200 East in Logan.
DD Auto and Salvage is going to pay you the most for junk vehicles. Get rid of your junk vehicles today. Pickup is available. DD Auto and Salvage in Logan. Call 787-1204. That's 787-1204 today. See store for details.
Logan High School would like to recognize and thank their sponsors of Logan High Football: Wilson Motors, A&D Landscaping, Cache Valley Bank, Murdoch Chevy, Pool Orthodontics, Factory Student Housing, Ogden Clinic, Vintage Muscle, and Duke Building Company.
I'm Lana Powell, and my team and I are here to make insurance simple.
Because we live right here in your community.
And if the unexpected happens, you'll have neighbors you can count on.
Come see us at Lana Powell State Farm, here to help life go right.
At Planet Fitness, you'll get energy without the judgment.
Hi, can you help me with this? This is better.
Join the judgment-free zone today for $15 a month. Planet Fitness, big fitness energy for all.
There's nothing quite like a great hometown. At the Young Automotive Group's Cache Valley dealerships, it's our privilege to call Logan home. We not only work to provide you with an exceptional customer experience, but take care of the community. We're committed to driving Logan forward. Visit Young Automotive in Logan today.
At Adams Wealth Advisors, they believe that successful wealth management is all about planning. Adams Wealth Advisors is here to help. If you're transitioning a business, searching for the most up-to-date tax strategies, need help managing investments, or need help with estate planning, Adams Wealth Advisors has your back.
Preston Watts Collision and Glass has been your #1 resource for collision repair and auto glass. We specialize in windshield repairs. Competitive prices, call Preston Watts Collision and Glass at 563-3215. We do it right.
Old Gristmill on South Main Logan, 4th North Logan, and now Smithfield offer Cache Valley that famous lunch special and natural bread baked the right way. Get your made-to-order lunch or baked goods at Cache Valley's Best of Northern Utah gold-winning bakery. The Old Gristmill, here for you.
From what's happening in local political elections, to breaking news, to photo galleries and replays of the latest games. If it's happening in our community, it's on CacheValleyDaily.com and the Cache Valley Daily app. Local, relevant news on CacheValleyDaily.com.
Searching for copiers and printers? Les Olson IT has what you need. Find reliable printers, award-winning sharp copiers, and high-end Ricoh graphic systems.
Les Olson IT.
Make it 3 years in a row. Advanced Heating and AC is honored to be Best of Northern Utah Gold Medalist. Thank you for your support and vote of confidence in their company. Advanced Heating and AC online at advancedheating-ac.com.
From day one, right down the street, to present day, all over America, Napa and our nationwide network of parts and exceptional service were built for one mission: to keep your business moving full speed ahead.
When your car starts making that uh-oh noise, bring it to Cache Valley Auto Care. They speak fluent clunk, squeal. They'll fix it right without upselling things you don't need. Cache Valley Auto Care, behind Home Depot on 200 East in Logan.
DD Auto and Salvage pay you the most for junk vehicles. Get rid of your junk vehicles today. Pickup is available. DD Auto and Salvage in Logan. Call 787-1204. That's 787-1204 today. See store for details.
Logan.
All right, we're here on the KVNU post-game show. Jason Walker here alongside Logan head coach Nate Butts, and 56-16, not the greatest result for you guys. You know, it's 3 straight losses. But what's kind of the key for you guys going through this rough stretch now?
Yeah, playing a good patch of teams here. You know, where we played Granger, biggest school in the state. Then we played Mountain Crest, number 2 in 4A. Played Cedar, number 2 in 3A, and then we've got a real big 5A opponent in Northridge coming to town next week. So it's a rough 4-game stretch, and we knew it would be that way. You know, we're just trying to prepare ourselves for the region and for the playoffs. So it's just keeping those goals in mind that the kids have set, and you know, just trying to stay healthy through this and keep chipping away.
So what are those biggest things that you're wanting to learn through? You mentioned, you know, preparing your team for region. What are the biggest things they need to learn now? Even if they're taking some lumps, what do they need to be taken away from these games?
Yeah, need to be taking away all the small wins that we can. Obviously, the main goal is come out here and win the football game, right? And hasn't gone our way the past 3 weeks, but seen some really good things. You know, there's some things that aren't going to necessarily show up in the stat sheet tonight for Easton. You know, threw a few interceptions, but he did some really good things. Took his coaching. I was really proud of the way that he took his coaching tonight, and man, the way that he brought the stuff we worked on in our individual time at practice, the way that he brought it to the game tonight was great. There were just a couple reads here and there, and just a couple bad calls from me too. So there's growth, but we just have to be able to look to find it, and we've got to focus on those things while also fixing the negatives.
It seems like that pass game has been something that's shown through, even in some tough results. Easton, and as you say, maybe not statistically showing that you know, fantastic play, but as you said, these little things, a read here, throw there.
Yeah.
Seems like that passing game, and you got playmakers like Caden Nee and Jace Pingree really shining through even in a tough stretch.
Yeah. So, I mean, those guys are growing, and, you know, and obviously Jason and Caden are fantastic for us, and they're burners, and they get ball in space and can do some great things. But also, you know, how about Will Ward and Colt Red, who both had a handful of catches tonight and made some really good plays, great possession-type receivers for us. Just got a couple things that we have to clean up with the offensive line, and just with our running backs in the pass pro. And we did see some progress this week as compared to last week, but it's one step at a time. We just got to keep it pushing in the right direction.
Just got to keep getting better and better. Kick return game still doing pretty strong. You had some strong ones there.
Yeah.
Jace Pingree, like his average was to get to like the 40-yard line.
Yeah. Really happy with him. That's been our best special teams unit. Has been our kickoff return. So extremely excited about Jason. You know, we've got a few other dynamic guys as well that we can plug in there if needed. But they kept kicking it to Jason. When he gets a chance, you never know what's going to happen. Yeah. So
All right, so what's the biggest key for you guys looking forward to next week, home game against Northridge?
Yeah, I would just say after dropping 3 in a row, man, we've got to just find a way. We've got to keep things in perspective, and obviously losing's never acceptable. But we've got to recognize we're playing some good football teams, and we are getting better, and we've got to just stay together because we've got a long way to go if we want to achieve all of our goals this year.
All right, that's head coach Nate Butts. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back after this. We'll announce our Old Grist Mill bread and butter play of the game for this one. We'll be back after this.
Thank they're sponsors of Logan High Football, Wilson Motors, A&D Landscaping, Cache Valley Bank, Murdoch Chevy, Pool Orthodontics, Factory Student Housing, Ogden Clinic, Vintage Muscle, and Duke Building Company.
I'm Lana Powell, and my team and I are here to make insurance simple.
Because we live right here in your community.
And if the unexpected happens, you'll have neighbors you can count on.
Come see us at Lana Powell State Farm, here to help life go right.
At Planet Fitness, you'll get energy without the judgment.
Hi, can you help me with this? This is better.
Join the judgment-free zone today for $15 a month. Planet Fitness, big fitness energy for all.
There's nothing quite like a great hometown. At the Young Automotive Group's Cache Valley dealerships, it's our privilege to call Logan home. We not only work to provide you with an exceptional customer experience, but take care of the community. We're committed to driving Logan forward. Visit Young Automotive in Logan today.
At Adams Wealth Advisors, they believe that successful wealth management is all about planning. Adams Wealth Advisors is here to help. If you're transitioning a business, searching for the most up-to-date tax strategies, need help managing investments, or need help with estate planning, Adams Wealth Advisors has your back.
Preston Watts Collision and Glass has been your #1 resource for collision repair and auto glass. We specialize in windshield repairs. Competitive prices, call Preston Watts Collision and Glass at 563-3215. We do it right.
Old Grist Mill on South Main Logan, 4th North Logan, and now Smithfield offer Cache Valley that famous lunch special and natural bread baked the right way. Get your made-to-order lunch or baked goods at Cache Valley's Best of Northern Utah gold-winning bakery. The Old Grist Mill, here for you.
From what's happening in local political elections, to breaking news, to photo galleries and replays of the latest games. If it's happening in our community, it's on CacheValleyDaily.com and the Cache Valley Daily app. Local, relevant news on CacheValleyDaily.com.
Searching for copiers and printers? Les Olson IT has what you need. Find reliable HP printers, award-winning Sharp copiers, and high-end Ricoh graphic systems.
Les Olson IT.
Make it 3 years in a row. Advanced Heating and AC is honored to be Best of Northern Utah Gold Medalist. Thank you for your support and vote of confidence in their company. Advanced Heating and AC, online at advancedheating-ac.com.
From day one, right down the street, to present day, all over America, Napa and our nationwide network of parts and exceptional service were built for one mission: to keep your business moving full speed ahead.
When your car starts making that uh-oh noise, bring it to Cache Valley Auto Care. They speak fluent clunk and squeal. They'll fix it right, without upselling things you don't need. Cache Valley Auto Care, behind Home Depot on 200 East in Logan.
DD Auto and Salvage is going to pay you the most for junk vehicles. Get rid of your junk vehicles today. Pickup is available. DD Auto and Salvage in Logan. Call 787-1204. That's 787-1204 today. See store for details.
Logan High School would like to recognize and thank their sponsors of Logan High Football, Wilson Motors, A&D Landscaping, Cache Valley Bank, Murdoch Chevy, Pool Orthodontics, Factory Student Housing, Ogden Clinic, Vintage Muscle, and Duke Building Company.
I'm Lana Powell, and my team and I are here to make insurance simple.
Because we live right here in your community.
And if the unexpected happens, you'll have neighbors you can count on.
Come see us at Lana Powell State Farm, here to help life go right.
At Planet Fitness, you'll get energy without the judgment.
Hi, can you help me with this? This is better.
Join the judgment-free zone today for $15 a month. Planet Fitness, big fitness energy for all.
There's nothing quite like a great hometown. At the Young Automotive Group's Cache Valley dealerships, it's our privilege to call Logan home. We not only work to provide you with an exceptional customer experience, but take care of the community. We're committed to driving Logan forward. Visit Young Automotive in Logan today.
At Adams Wealth Advisors, they believe that successful wealth management is all about planning. Adams Wealth Advisors is here to help. If you're transitioning a business, searching for the most up-to-date tax strategies, need help managing investments, or need help with estate planning, Adams Wealth Advisors has your back.
Preston Watts Collision and Glass has been your #1 resource for collision repair and auto glass. We specialize in windshield repairs. Competitive prices, call Preston Watts Collision and Glass at 563-3215. We do it right.
Old Gristmill on South Main Logan, 4th North Logan, and now Smithfield offer Cache Valley that famous lunch special and natural bread baked the right way. Get your made-to-order lunch or baked goods at Cache Valley's Best of Northern Utah gold-winning bakery. The Old Gristmill, here for you.
From what's happening in local political elections, to breaking news, to photo galleries and replays of the latest games. If it's happening in our community, it's on CacheValleyDaily.com and the Cache Valley Daily app. Local, relevant news on CacheValleyDaily.com.
Searching for copiers and printers? Les Olson IT has what you need. Find reliable HP printers, award-winning sharp copiers, and high-end Ricoh graphic systems.
Les Olson IT.
Make it 3 years in a row. Advanced Heating and AC is honored to be Best of Northern Utah Gold Medalist. Thank you for your support and vote of confidence in their company. Advanced Heating and AC, online at advancedheating-ac.com.
All right, we're back here. Scoreboard's off. The fans are on the field. We're going to finish things off here on our broadcast. I'm having a good chat with Nate Butts off the air, just talking about this team and, you know, the fight they're putting in, the adjustments they're trying to make, the tough schedule they're playing. And obviously going to face some challenges next week with Northridge. A good team. That's going to be the biggest challenge for them in that one. We got a couple accolades to hand out. The Old Grist Mill Bread and Butter Play of the Game. And you can call this information in to the KVNU Morning Show on Monday. And the play we chose, Josh, the 14-yard touchdown pass. 57 seconds to go in the second quarter. Easton Favero throwing to Caden Nean for that 14-yard touchdown. I believe it made it 28-9 by the end there. So call in with those details. You can win 4 free loaves of bread from the guys over there at KVNU, and obviously the bread from Old Grist Mill. The guys at KVNU aren't making it. That might not be as much of a prize. You'll want the Old Grist Mill bread. And then our Napa Auto Parts best part of the game. We couldn't remember if we already did this one, but I feel like it's hard to go anywhere else. The kick return game.
Oh my gosh, Jace Pingree, I mean, it's almost like if he doesn't get to the 40, you're disappointed. And anytime you can get to the 40, normally you're ecstatic. And so he's just amazing. He hits it full speed. It's definitely the best part of this game, but the kickoff return.
Yeah, and some flashes in the pass game, but yeah, kick return doing pretty well. That's going to do it for us tonight. Again, the final score here, the Cedar Reds 56, the Logan Grizzlies 16. Having Jason Walker here with Josh Anderson, Joe Eliason over there on the camera. Have a good night, everybody.
This Logan Grizzlies broadcast has been a presentation of KVNU 102.1 FM, 610 AM, and CacheValleyDaily.com. Made possible by Advanced Heating and AC, Cache Valley Auto Care, Les Olson IT, Lana Powell State Farm, Old Grist Mill, Adams Wealth Advisors, DD Auto Salvage, Preston Watts Auto Collision, Planet Fitness, Napa Auto Parts, Young Automotive, Logan Coaches and Boosters, and Cache Valley Daily. Catch replays and photo galleries of previous games on CacheValleyDaily.com.